did that to happen. This was
pretty that I can do that.
Oh, yes, they're right there.
That's a pretty kitty.
That is Jack.
hello, Jack.
Oh,
They are
yeah.
female, but we
Lick your
All right,
dick.
we're live.
Thank you.
Just FYI.
Why did they lick your dick?
Well, I was also playing the music, so people couldn't really hear what you were saying necessarily.
Oh, they just all the cool alien stuff.
I
Oh,
said
it's
lick your
sad.
dick. I was talking to a cat, okay? They do that.
That's adorable. Oh, Muppet's up here too. Hey, Muppet, do you want to come say hi to everybody?
So,
This
hello.
is General Muppet of the Revolution. Come here. Mm.
That's a big fluffy
She's
kitty.
disabled. She has the wobbles.
Oh, big fluffy cute kitty. Oh, this is the show now, just like cute cats galore. And while Tom McDonald has joined us as well. Hi, Tom.
I only
Hi,
have
everybody.
two.
Hi,
I wish I
Joanna.
had more,
Hi,
but-
Tom.
Hi,
You're here to buy
Tom.
Hi,
me dinner.
Mehmet. Who are you? I see a name Mehmet. I don't know who that is.
Long time no
Okay.
see, handsome.
So you're not buying me
beautiful.
dinner.
Huh? I don't know who you are. That guy with a cigarette. I have no idea who that
Well,
is.
with that hat, it looks like you're preparing to go to space in a penis-shaped ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking about Jeff Bezos and his very fancy cowboy hat. He's a man
I
of the
know,
people.
I know. I don't have the cool glasses though. It's the cool sunglasses that he had. I think he had mirrored sunglasses in that picture.
John, have you put peanut butter on Joanna?
What? Huh? What? Huh?
What?
On the YouTube.
No, that's pumpkin spice on Isaiah.
That's for
because
Isaiah.
he's a white
Oh.
girl inside.
Oh,
Yes, that was established like that last show because, like, yeah, Isaiah's right now on like phone, so there's no video of.
yeah,
like,
we
Isaiah-
know he is literally Avril Lavigne
Yes, exactly, because like he-
without the
musical talent.
no.
Oh,
The-
way to be mean.
Ooh,
Doesn't
ooh,
have
ooh.
musical talent.
I take that
Without
back,
the
I guess.
skateboard. Come on.
Okay.
No,
yeah, yeah.
without the cultural appropriation.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But-
Avril Lavigne appropriated culture? I thought she just did pseudopunk.
Yeah, watch her kawaii video. It's
Oh yeah, that one. Mhm.
that's the most cringy things I have seen in my
Oh,
whole
yeah.
life.
Mm.
Mhm. So welcome on everyone over
It's
to
not,
the. Yeah, go ahead.
it's not just appropriation, by the way. It's also
Caricature.
fetishization as well. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that
really
music
really
video
gross.
is
Oh, so-
cringe.
Cow
in that
Eye
case-
video?
I don't know the
Well-
title of the song, but it's kawaii.
It's one where she goes all Japanese essentially, or you go all anime.
I don't know. Maybe
So,
Google
well-
knows. What's the song?
well-
Isaiah, you're a fan, you know.
What? Well, I've never heard the song, but I do gotta ask. So like when like I guess like white girls dress up as Japanese characters like anime, is that the same thing?
That's
That
a look.
that's cringy.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I mean, I
Unless
cosplay
they
all the time
do,
as-
unless they do cosplay at a convention, but
Yeah, that's what I
That-
mean. That's what I
that
mean.
wasn't the case.
Mm.
Yeah.
So welcome on everyone. Oh, of course, it's the usual regulars, irregulars. Isaiah, Tom McDonald, me, Summer and Geek.
Oh my
John
god,
Parkon.
the song is Hello Kitty.
Hello
John.
Kitty. I just found it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, again, cosplaying as the characters themselves is like one thing. One thing, Hello Kitty is furry.
It's not cosplay. If you've seen the video, that video is cringy. I swear. I swear.
Okay, I haven't seen the video because I don't watch music videos anyway. So and we got, but we're turning irregulars. We got Mehmet, who is alive. Hello, Mehmet.
He's hot.
And we got, of course, like Julie down below the channel. I
Who's
know,
alive too. I don't know how long I'm staying though.
but also,
Yeah, same here, to be honest.
but we also got our
Sorry.
friend Joanna Roberts, who
Hi, Joanna.
Johanna.
Oh, why?
On her Segway.
I
No.
watched Star Trek Voyager last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
okay.
Don't put that
Damn it,
fucking
don't
video on.
talk
Oh my
bad
god,
about
cringe!
Anyway, she got a bad.
I don't
That's
like the
right.
cringe, John. Stop it.
Oh, so that's a Hello Kitty
Oh
video.
my god, that video. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, she's appropriating the kawaii.
Yes, it's kind of like I don't know how I feel about that because again, there's one thing like
And she uses Japanese girls as props. Look at them. They're just here.
Well,
to
she was
be
just
like that.
imitating Gwen Stefani on that one.
Yeah, but
Are we
Gwen
talking
Stefani is
about
a piece
Gwen?
of shit, so.
okay, on the YouTube video, like John Brockman put up the like Avril Lavigne Hello Kitty video for the audience, our YouTube audience to see. So that's what we were talking about because I finally saw it.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about what's happening in the chat and maybe on the YouTube. So.
But before we do that, we should thank our patrons.
Mm-hmm.
First up, there's the French bitch.
Right, Mylin, babe.
Wait, you guys are getting paid, meme?
Yeah.
We don't know why some of those people pay us too, but like, yeah,
No,
Julie's.
I was just being a shit. I just wanted
Oh,
No
this,
problem.
First
this
up-
is lucrative. This is
Yes,
where I make
yes,
money.
I'm pulling in twos of dollars. All right.
Yeah, I'm the French bitch. That's me.
Yes. And then we have Marty
Thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Marty.
and Mylin.
Mylene.
Thank you, Mylin. That's not how you write Mylin.
I
It's
didn't know how to spell it because
Y-N-E at the end, not
Y then E.
Y-N-E.
Y-N-E. Oh, okay. So it's my line.
No,
She's
it's
malign.
pronounced Mylin.
Don't malign Mylene. that would be malignant.
And then we have Ellie.
Thank you,
Thank
Ellie.
you, Ellie.
And then Yo.
Thank you,
Thank
Yo.
you.
Oh,
A couple of fuckboys.
Yes, thank you, us fuck boys.
Thank you, fuck boys.
Both
That's
of whom are in the
Jonathan
chat
and
today for the
Mehmet.
first time in like 2 months.
oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, I know. He lives in the middle of the desert surrounded by Arabs. I get it. Too hot. The
Oh,
internet
no,
doesn't
that's
work
Not
when it
A-
gets too hot.
Arabs?
And
Not
lots
Arabs.
of camels. I mean,
Camels and those cactuses that go like this.
yeah. I mean,
Yes, I lived in Arizona. I know that the saguaro only grows in Arizona. Shut up.
Are they?
All right. Next up, we have Tim.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Tim.
Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
And finally, Von Rek.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Von
Von
Rek.
Rek.
Von Rek.
You're gay.
Thank you.
He's not here. It's not funny.
Is he gay? I have
Yeah,
never heard that.
yes.
Nobody
He
else
has a
says
husband,
that.
yes.
Hey Julie, have you ever been to La Barre, France, where Captain Picard's from?
The what?
The bar is in France.
How do you
No,
write
no,
it?
LeVar was the name of the actor who played the black guy.
No, it's in the bar.
Le Bar,
Where Captain Kirk is from.
Oh my
Les
god.
Paris.
Captain Picard is from.
No, Captain Kirk is from Iowa. God.
Yeah,
Right.
Captain Picard probably is from Picardy, right?
No, he's from LeVar. He just said.
Well, how do you write it? Spell it.
So, can someone look it up and spell it for her?
I'm doing that right now.
LeBar
because I-
and Otson.
In where? Hudson. I never put a foot in Hudson. Oh, someone is called Floof in the chat. I
Hello,
approve.
Floof. Yep, you know them.
Chat.
Uh,
Is it chat?
yes.
Yes,
I'll-
Joanna has one of Joanna's cats is a big floof. You can see it in the background there, sniffing her other cat.
Yes.
I'll also
There's,
like
there's
put in
another
the-
one in the chat.
I'll put the watch link into the our new group chat so you can like if you want to open that up into like another screen, but like make sure also to like you mute the YouTube video so or else you're
Oh,
going to
yeah,
hear.
no, just give me a second.
No problem.
Mute me here. I'll mute me.
You don't have to though. If you want us to read the chat to you, it's okay.
Mhm.
If you'd rather we do that.
It's like,
But someone
No, no,
named
I just
Floof
popped it
came
out.
in the chat and said someone said something about floofs.
yes, exactly. We did say something about like floofs because we got
Yeah.
like floofy floofs in the call of cats.
So let's see. Dataport Doll is speaking to us from the land of rum and puffy shirts. So I'm thinking
Jamaica.
either Pirates of the Caribbean or a gay bar.
Jamaica.
The Jamaica. That's what
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Yeah. Well,
The land of Rome and
Puffy
of
shirts.
rum and puffy
Yeah.
shirts.
Yeah.
the
Rum and
bar.
Coca-Cola would be what? That would be Cuba.
That's how it's spelled.
Cuba.
The bar.
Thank you
Good.
for spelling it. That's about all. But I don't think it's a big city. But I don't know it, so
Of course, it's not a big city.
I
There's a
don't even
vineyard
know.
there. The
If
family
it's
owns a
real.
vineyard, even though it's communist
Maybe
and nobody
it's
owns anything.
made up.
This probably is made up.
No, Labar is a real place.
Okay, it's not a city though.
It has a Wikipedia page and everything.
It's a
Isn't
town.
that that
No?
railing that ballerinas use to train on? Labar?
Yes,
Oh my!
it is.
God.
Just like that town in Iowa where the only.
It's a
It
commune,
is in
actually.
French too.
Character.
The Val is a commune in the department of
My
Haute-Saône in
mom's
the eastern
gone to that
region of
town.
Bourgogne-Franche-Comté. So it's
Well,
way the fuck over there.
That apple says close enough, John. I just meant piracy because pirates wear puffy shirts.
Well, Captain. Janeway's
Would they
pretty-
be vineyards that far north and east in France?
Yes,
Okay.
Well,
in
vineyards
white,
in Wisconsin.
white wine. You have a lot of white
Oh.
wine there.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
You
but of
have
course,
also more far north and east in Moselle or Alsace.
hmm
so
Which is-
But given that France is probably the size of Pennsylvania, that's not very far north and east.
I mean, your country is fucked
Pennsylvania
up,
is
so
no.
Well, yes,
How
okay.
large
Texas
empires
maybe.
tend to be fucked up. What you gonna do?
yes, and we
Oh.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Topple, 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 topple.
Bad
I'm
boys.
just talking about the size right now.
yeah, as a size as or both even as empire as a size with all the bases in all those other countries. Yeah, topple. It's going to happen
Who wants to
anyway.
Play the Vandals. I like the Vandals. I
That
enjoy
Portal says
vandalism.
after global warming, you can have vineyards in England. It's fine.
Okay, I was wrong. France is actually 5 times the size of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
I was gonna
How
say
big is
that
it compared to
was
Texas?
bigger than that.
Yeah, it's
640,000 square kilometers.
600 wide, and I don't know.
Oh,
It's a
I-
little bit smaller than Texas.
Not, not,
I
don't know north, south.
Parts of Germany as well.
Yeah.
It's about the size of Germany.
Back and forth.
No, France is about the same size as
That
Texas.
part of
Texas
Germany
is
that
695.
had wars over for
Texas is the
50 years.
biggest state in the U.S., right?
No,
That's
Alaska.
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 Oh, yeah, but it's not.
Yes,
It
Alaska
doesn't
counts.
It
It
yeah,
doesn't
but
count
I mean,
because-
it's like Hawaii. It's not really in the U.S. I
I'm
mean,
with,
geographically, for
It's
fuck's sake.
connected.
I'm
You
with- I'm
only
with
consider
you.
the lower 48 to be part of the U.S. We get it,
Yes,
racist.
I when I was a child,
Crazy.
Well, to be fair, the Hawaiians don't consider themselves to be part of the U.S. either. So
Yeah, that's very true because we took them over. Yeah, we
well,
we
yeah,
placed their queen under house arrest or something like that. We really forced
it
them to
was
be
a
like
Yeah.
military.
takeover because they didn't like her. She wasn't letting them sell fruit for cheap enough. And
Exactly.
slave labor.
No, Tavi, we are not
Something
messing with Texas. Just saying it. France is about as big as Texas.
No.
But they're-
I would like to mess with Texas. Texas is full
Oh,
of
yeah.
stupid politicians. It is ruled by elite assholes who are ruining everything.
All
and
of
killing
your
people.
country is ruled by elite assholes,
But
Yeah,
Texas
that's
is
right.
worse than most.
Assholes in Texas are assholier.
and mine too, by the way.
asshole
In
world
Texas,
now.
they're
Fuck.
eliter and assholer.
Yes.
Asshole than now.
Everything is
You know
bigger
what?
in Texas, including the elitism and the
Yeah.
assholeness.
Okay,
don't
this
know.
this
I don't know.
this will
Florida's-
sound really weird.
Sure. Go ahead.
Do you know mine did the other day? Have you heard about the forest fires happening
Yes.
south of Turkey?
Oh,
Hey,
outside
Turkey.
Turkey. No.
I haven't heard
No,
of
I
so-
haven't
Turkey.
heard about those ones.
South of Turkey is basically burning down, like a lot of
Ooh.
forest fires, and they can't
Oh
really
shit!
do much about it because apparently they have like 3 firefighting planes or something. It's really bad, and
Sorry.
Thanks, Erdogan.
Mm-hmm.
and the worst bit is our illustrious leader visited the area and gave people tea bags of tea.
Guy named after the cheap dragon novels.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
they can
God.
obviously put the teapot on the ground, boil the kettle, and then die horribly because they don't need tea, motherfucker.
This
There's
this
Muffet.
there's the hello Muffet. That's a cat. Yes, that is a cat. So if you people are thinking, is that a cat? Yes, that's a cat.
Yes.
That
There's
is
two
the real
cats.
Muppet of the Revolution.
yes.
He looks like Merlin. Oh my God. So cute.
Big old floof.
hmm
Hello, cutie. My cat now.
Doofa, doof, doofa, doofa,
I'm sure she would love being pet by another person, so.
I don't care. My cat now.
In your butt. My cat now.
She's really friendly for the most part. She's the one that always comes out and like tries to climb all over everybody.
So for okay, so the Erdogan, when the forest fire happened in that part of Turkey, decided to like, sorry about that, have some tea. And that sounds like what America does. We bomb a country like Afghanistan,
Yeah, that
Iraq,
sounds
and
like
then we
Trump
just, like,
in Puerto Rico.
and then we just like
Yeah.
drop Doritos on them
No,
because like
Trump didn't even give
Right.
him tea. He gave them paper towels.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's why I say that sounds like Trump. It's basically the same mindset.
Oh, you're flooding. Here's some paper towels. Sop it up.
It's brawny and absorbs a lot.
Well, what I'm mad about
no.
in my country is so in Florida where I live.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I know.
No,
Florida.
Mehmet, you're not medium rare. You're exceptionally rare.
So
Are you
But
guys
yeah, so,
flirting? That's cute.
What does that
So
mean?
living in Florida.
Medium rare is cute, and I'm telling him he's special. He's a unique and beautiful snowflake that is melting.
Flirting is when you want to make the romance, she said in an ARO way.
That's true.
We say that
I mean,
to
it's-
Mehmet. Joe, you don't know Mehmet. He wants to fuck
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, I do. That's one thing. But
Everyone, I
there's-
thought, I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
we
the
were
swamp
exclusive. You bitch.
there is another thing that has to be said about this. I was talking over the phone with my girlfriend like 10 minutes ago, and we were
With your
both.
girlfriend.
Yes, I have a
It's
girlfriend.
official now.
John
Yes,
is so
I've
betrayed.
I've had a girlfriend for a
Finally.
while now.
Somebody
It's-
told
it's-
me you had a boyfriend,
Girl-
looked like a girlfriend. I heard in February of last year.
It's not confidential.
Mehmet and the girl. are
Basically-
So
sitting
you
in
have
a
to
tree.
stop wanting to fuck everyone now.
No, you have to
not
stop
really.
trying to
We
fuck
are-
everyone.
We have an open relationship, but
Okay,
it's
keep
a
fucking
thing.
Oh,
everyone.
cool.
Good for
I
you,
will.
babe. I'm
And
happy.
thank you. And
So
we
what
were on
did
the
everyone
phone
do?
about 10 minutes ago, and the whole conversation was both of us complaining about the heat back and forth, and realizing that if we were in the same room, nothing would have happened because it's so fucking hot. Yeah,
so-
it's hot. It's hot, but it's not hot. Should have been there.
Yeah.
I see. But it's like too hot to like
Yeah,
do
heat
anything. I see.
wave isn't really.
Yeah,
a
touching
time,
people is
for
not
sex.
a wonderful
no,
time for
Yeah.
fucking.
No,
Nope.
Yeah.
do not touch me when I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Not
Ew.
Yeah, context sweat is the
period.
worst.
None of
Also,
the
we cut off.
people
We
like
cut off
that.
Isaiah with talks about how rare or medium rare Mehmet is.
We cut each other off all the time. But Isaiah, you were saying something?
He was
Nice.
saying something about Florida.
Yeah, well, I was saying, so like we had a bunch of protests down like in Miami. If you guys don't know, Miami's in Florida.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do
know.
know.
Well, some
And,
people are foreign. Come on, he's being.
Yeah, I'm foreign and I know, and Mehmet is foreign and he knows.
There's people
Everyone
in the
knows
chat.
Miami
Shush.
is in Florida.
Everybody know Florida man? I hope
Yeah.
everybody knows Florida.
Oh,
My,
yeah.
Yeah.
my Florida man vaped semen, so
Mm.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
pick
yeah,
your birthday.
yeah.
I'll have to figure out what my Florida man is later.
No, I was saying there was a bunch of like Cuba protests down in Miami, and they blocked an expressway, and our governor was very like kind of did nothing about it. But then he's like, if BLM blocks the roadway, we should give them all 20 years in prison. And I'm like, now do you see why I hate the police? And
Yeah, what
fucking,
the
you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, laws don't apply to people who agree with Republicans.
Mm.
That's like a rule. That's
Yeah,
like an
but
underlying
I'm
rule in our
tired.
country.
It's
Can
so
we
much
burn it all
fun.
and start fresh, please?
Yes.
Republicans, they put the fun in fascism. And notice
Yes.
there is no fun in fascism. Which is
Yes.
the point.
Yeah, but there is cis in fascism. You cannot spell fascism or fascist without the word cis.
Dun, dun,
Or
dun.
Yeah,
cis.
leave us alone. We're not fascist, okay? Not all cis.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Fascists are not all cis.
You're right, Leto. Not all cis.
Oh my
There
god.
we go.
Oh.
I'm not right. So to me, I'm right.
So Facebook just threw an ad up in my feed, and I
Oh,
saw
God.
it, so you have to see it. It's the worst thing ever.
Use
Oh.
Facebook Purity if you don't want ads.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ad blocker, dude.
And it has your
Broke
name
man.
on
Oh
it too.
my God,
Nice. You should buy that
that's
cap.
amazing. Yeah, you
But
should, you,
never
should, you, should, you
Brockman?
should buy that.
Never underestimate the power of a Brockman. Eagle, American flag. Caw-caw.
Who the fuck is Brockman other than you?
There's a lot of us. There's a Brockman Street in pretty much every state. There's so many
Yeah,
of us.
but I mean, why would?
Because it's a
It's
common
the
last name.
ads are personalized.
Yes.
They have
Oh,
a special
personalized.
thing.
All
I
right.
get ones for
I-
Gallagher's and Christensen, so
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
looks like a Ben
I'm
Garrison
so
cartoon.
happy I
thought
used
maybe it was gonna
FB
be,
Purity. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I usually get shit about
Mithril.
Sagittarius.
Why?
Being
Because
and
you're Sag-
being a
because
genet-
you're
Yes, I am.
Sagittarius?
Yes, I am.
I'm sad.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm Cancer.
I was born the day John Lennon was shot. As he was being shot,
Good,
I
good.
didn't have to figure out my birthday.
Serve that motherfucker right.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
I
born
didn't
during the
say-
Berlin
I just said I
Airlift.
was,
Wait,
coming
you
out.
guys don't
as
like
he was
John
going out.
Lennon?
John Lennon was beating his wife, so he
Mhm.
can. I'm happy he died.
And he was big on cultural appropriation. He was a lot of
Imagine
stuff.
is a terrible song. He blamed religion for everything, which religion is not the cause of all problems. It's the
Agreed.
hierarchy within the organization.
I'm glad.
that are the
Well, I'm
cause.
glad I'm starting to realize that because I used to be kind of a militant atheist back in my day.
Yeah, I was too. I did say I was like, I'm anti-religious, but I kind of like pointed at seeing the error of the way. So the problem is like we can't get rid of like all religions. Definitely religious organizations are terrible. Catholic Church, it should be like abolished or
I
dismantled.
mean, TJ Kirk
Religion is
helped a
bad,
lot
but
to,
it's
to
not the
show
cause
that
of all
religion
problems.
is
I
not
miss
the
my
root
great
of
uncle.
all evil.
Can I tell a quick story about
Sure,
my great
sure.
uncle who was a priest? He was really, really cool. Uncle Father Morse, one of the things he would say is there's not a thing wrong with the church that couldn't be fixed by getting rid of everybody a bishop and above. So
I don't know. There are a lot of non-Episcopalian branches. That is to say, churches without bishops that are.
Yeah, I know.
They
but-
still do the abusive shit.
Yeah.
Hi,
no,
Miss Daughter.
I just always thought that was a cool saying, and like he also drove a pedophile priest out to like desert.
You're not an
Ooh.
atheist, though, Johanna, aren't you?
I am a spiritual person. I don't think I'm an atheist. I'm open to the idea that God doesn't exist.
I see.
I'm a veganist.
Like I'm cool with the idea that there's no God, and that the universe is just. In my mind, the debate is whether or not the universe is sentient. You know?
Oh, that's interesting. Actually,
It's
I've been
the
on that.
religion
I've been on
body of
that
God.
length
Read the book,
for.
that's what- it's
I thought
kinda
the
like
same for a long time, Joe.
I'm a veganist.
You're what, huh?
I'm a veganist.
Oh,
Star
sorry.
Trek: The Motion Picture.
Oh. Lito, what did you say?
That I wondered about the universe, and I
Yeah.
believed in it as an entity for a long time. I
Look,
don't
it-
anymore, not
everything looks
because I
nerds.
think it's silly, but because I don't know faith. I don't have it in me anymore.
Yeah. You just like you thought that was like a thing, but then you just like
But
lost that a bit.
Yeah.
I lost that feeling of belief, but
Yeah.
in my rational mind, I still think maybe we don't understand it, and maybe the universe is something.
I can actually that.
I don't know.
can actually see that. Yeah.
I'm so
I
sorry you lost your mom, though, Julie.
So I
I
know
mean,
it sounds kind of weird, but that's always the debate in my mind, is whether or not the universe is sentient, not whether or not the universe exists. The universe.
No,
obviously exists.
I'm on page with you. That's what I was going about. I don't know if I'd use sentient, but does it?
Mithra makes a point
Cool.
42,
Yeah,
Yes.
42.
Which
Mithril
is-
says.
Yeah.
which is where I'm at.
And yeah, I stopped really believing in it, but I'm happy to hear someone who's in there, because I'd never met someone else that thought that way before.
For me,
Yeah, no, I've always kind of seen it a lot differently than everybody else.
Mhm.
I blame the autism.
Mhm.
I have autism too. Yeah.
We are almost all autistic on that podcast.
Except for
Just
Tom, fucking normie.
not
I'm-
technically
Well, I
diagnosed
have
yet, but it all lines up.
Tom has ADD, so he counts. I'm sorry.
Okay, you get to
Well,
keep hanging out with us. I was about to kick you out.
Darn.
I have
Fuck
not
you.
been tested, but I'm for sure neurodivergent. So it's like it's entirely possible.
I haven't been diagnosed autistic
Yeah, I
by
haven't
a
either.
doctor, but I know I am, because
Ditto.
I'm not
Like-
stupid. I know how I function, and I've read stuff.
Yeah, and I do the stimming like with all the stress yesterday. I've been
I-
sticking clips to my
I've
skin all the
pulled out
time.
half my hair. I'm wondering if I'm going to shave my head, because it's a mess. Half of it is broken and short, and I've been so bad. I've been feeling so bad last month that
So,
I've
Mm.
teared half my hair out.
oh,
Well, if you need advice on losing a parent, you can always talk to me. I've lost both of them.
Mm.
I've never knew my father, and
Mm.
my mom
my
died
father was a
20
horror
years
show.
ago, and the anniversary is in 4 days, so I'm
Mm.
the
I
only
lost a
thing
friend. I lost-
that's worrying me is the food. I'm not eating, and
Mm.
I've lost 8 kilograms in a month. That's over 16 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's too much in
I
that.
lost a
amount
friend
of
of mine
time.
through suicide like a few weeks ago.
I'm not.
Oh no.
I'm
Mhm.
not suicidal, but
Mhm. So it's
it does weird things to you. So,
mhm. Yeah, grief
I-
does.
yourself, we love you.
Mhm.
I know grief is weird. It's been 20 years. You'd think
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
to the heart.
Yeah, it doesn't
it
matter.
got better, but you know.
Yeah, it gets less frequent in my experience. Like,
Yeah, it's really
hits-
around
hits-
the anniversary that I feel bad.
Yeah.
That much.
the hits
It
the
always
hits
kinda-
are pretty
no, like-
less frequent, but the hits, like in amplitude, they're about the same for me. I mean,
Hmm.
it's what that's what my experience with grief.
Also, that's my dad died when I was 2, and we don't know if he did it on purpose or not.
Mhm.
And my mom died
Mm.
from a cancer, but it was
Mm.
a result of a lifetime of drinking and
Mm.
heroin.
My
So
dad, my mom
that's-
died of birth issues
Mm.
Oh fuck.
with my sister.
Yeah.
My sister
Oh.
and dad died of stupidity. You guys want to laugh? This is pretty funny.
Sure.
Okay, my
It's always
dad,
good to
you know,
laugh
he,
at someone's
like,
parent dying.
You know, would pull me around by my hair and like maybe stare in the mirror to learn how to hold eye contact. He had a heart defect, right?
Mhm.
And one day he was born with. And the Mayo Clinic said, dude, you need a heart transplant. We can get you on the list. You will live if you have a heart transplant. And my dad was like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a magnet bracelet. This magnet bracelet will totally save my life. One day he just dropped dead. Best story ever.
Was he wearing
Holy
a bracelet?
shit!
What bracelet?
A magnet bracelet, because magnets are magic.
Well,
know how they fucking work,
a pacemaker is a magnet, though, basically.
Like he had this magnet bracelet.
An
Like
electric.
copper isn't even magnetic, I don't think. So it was like,
Yeah.
the dude had 175 IQ, and you couldn't figure out that this shit was bullshit. It was so funny.
My dad always beat
Sorry to
me
hear
on
that.
all the times.
What do you
I'll
say?
tell my
Jose?
horror story when you guys are ready because
Yeah.
I am freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. So, like, would you like to? Yes, please share with us the terrible situation that you're in that our wonderful government is like asking you to do.
I have been under the scrutiny of Child Protective Services.
Oh my God,
for about
again?
10 years. They want me to go to 30 days of inpatient rehab for the fact that I smoke pot, so I don't have to take Percocet. So that thing, an inpatient.
They'd rather you take an opiate than smoke pot?
Yes.
Yes,
Where
opiates are
pot is
legal.
legal in about 75% of the goddamn country. I could smoke it on the street corner where some random geek is and not get in fucking trouble. I could smoke it on the corner of New York City right now and not get in fucking trouble. I could drive to fucking Fargo and not get in fucking trouble.
What state are you in, Joe?
Minnesota. I am in Hutchinson. Anybody know?
Oh, you're not far from Tom then.
No, I'm not far
No.
from Tom. Tom and I know we're pretty close
Not
together
French fry.
geographically speaking. Midwest.
So yeah.
I thought pot was legalized in all of the US now.
No, it's not.
No,
It's state
no,
by
no,
state.
no.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's
No, they're
basically
talking-
Colorado, I think California.
Yeah,
So
Colorado.
75%
East Coast,
population wise
West
in the
Coast.
United States.
Mhm.
You can't say 75% state-wise, but 75% population-wise when you consider the populations of California, Colorado, and New York. And also South Dakota now, I think, too, just legalized. Illinois had it on the bill. It went through the Minnesota House, but the Senate has promised to kill it.
Yeah, because Minnesota is like Wisconsin. It has same governor, crazy legislature.
Oh, don't get me started on like
Joey says, I'm glad you came on to talk about this, Johanna. It's such bullshit.
Joey, the indigenous heretic.
I know, Joey.
Okay, yeah.
I know you know them. That's why
Well, yeah.
I
Fine.
read it to you.
No, you know. Okay then.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
It was
so-
important for me to know. White guy here.
They're still fucking with the
Yeah, shut up,
disabled
Gringo.
and threatening you with child services. How's your
Yeah,
kid,
that's
by the
terrible.
way? What's his chosen name?
Casey.
What?
Casey. Casey. Casey.
Casey.
Casey. Yeah, I had forgotten. I remember his dead name, but I
Yeah, the dead
Got that
name is
one.
the that keeps
Thank you.
showing up.
how is he? Is
His therapy last week was canceled because his therapist was out of town. I'm gonna call him tomorrow and see if they can't talk to him because he's had a week. And when he heard about this, he lost it too because it's ridiculous. 1 month of inpatient. Who's gonna watch the cats? Who's gonna watch him? Who's gonna, this is an excuse for them to get him in foster care. That's what this is.
of course it is.
Yes.
How old is he? 14 now?
Yeah, he doesn't want to go stay with his dad for reasons I'm not going to get into here because
Yeah,
Send it to Tom.
Mhm.
stuff. But
Yes, I need to Tom.
my parents would probably take them if it came down to that. But like they are looking forward to starting school here.
Yeah.
First time in a while because they got a friend group, of people who get them and that they can hang out with when things get bad. And and I don't want that all ruined by the fucking county who thinks they're helping. And what also drives me nuts is them keep giving me people to teach me how to clean and plan. Like I get learning how to plan because I've never been good at doing what, and
Executive
like a normal
dysfunction.
fucking day. My
Yeah,
plan
but
and
not
then
only
else
that.
is I was
Don't they
gonna-
understand that when you're in pain, sometimes you can't fucking clean?
Also, oh my God. Oh, the Rule 25 lady, I fucking told her, like the person I had to talk to for the drug thing, I fucking told her I do not like large groups of people. I hate them. If you get me around people, there's too much energy and I can't fucking handle it. And if she wanted me to do anything for drug treatment, that it had to be one-on-one. And after me being honest with this bit, I mean, sorry for the gender.
Do it. We bitch is fine. She is a
After being
bitch. So
honest with this bitch, she fucking recommends 30 days of inpatient at a place that will probably be running fluorescent lights 24/7 is not a goddamn pain clinic. Like, I have nothing against addiction centers. They're great. It would have saved my sister's life if they had done that instead of like throwing her in jail every time they caught her with heroin, you know. But this is pot, the beer that,
and they want to put you on Percocet instead.
It's more dangerous because this is
I agree.
Yeah, it's just pot. It's
goddamn night,
bullshit,
and you have to go
for
out of your
fuck's
way
sake.
to avoid it. I hate it.
Honestly, I understand you, Johanna, because in my country, CBD is illegal. So I have to rely on pain medication that is highly addictive. It's not, it's Lyrica. It's not, I don't take
I'm on
opiates.
that
It
too.
doesn't work for fibro.
Not
So
really. No, it just puts you to sleep.
yeah, opiates don't even work when you have a neuropathic pain.
Yeah, I still get the stabbing pain in my feet and everything. And also, I apologize for everybody who gets to see my ugly mouth ruined by the American medical
We
system.
don't give a shit about your ugly mouth, babe.
No,
You're
don't worry
beautiful.
I'm just saying, I just want to say something. I think it's really funny that we have the same British smiles in America.
Yep.
Think about it. They have nationalized dental care. This would not happen there.
Yeah. On the pot issue, you're talking about how Minnesota is being the Minnesota Senate is being assholes about it. The Supreme Court is looking into this now, and Clarence Thomas thinks it's pot prohibition is unconstitutional.
Yeah, and it's illegal.
When Clarence Thomas is ahead of the rest of the
I plan on
country.
bringing that up too. I'm going to be, when I talk to them on Tuesday and they bring this up, I'm going to point out every fucking city in the goddamn country I could smoke on the goddamn street. I am
Thomas.
But like Tom's point is like Clarence Thomas is on the right side of this issue, as it were.
Yeah, isn't he?
He's on the correct side of this issue. He's on the right side of everything else.
I am not.
Tavi says, been 2 years on morphine, fuck opioids. I'm with you, babe.
Yeah, Tavi.
My mom was an heroin addict and fuck opioids.
This Tavi also is disabled and like has fibromyalgia. Oh, we saw it.
American Smiles.
I mean, I'm French and my mouth looks about like that if I don't
away for a second, guys.
put my dentures on. So.
Just like Joanna has to like step away for a second. And my mom actually has the same kind of like teeth too, except that like
she has a dentures.
Actually it's crowns, but basically yes, all of her teeth have to be like replaced, bought and paid for because very small town in like Wisconsin, no, not Wisconsin, Michigan, on the Michigan side of the border of
I swear the day we sell the house, the house I own with my brother and uncle, and I'm doing my teeth, all my teeth. It's going to cost me an insane amount of money, like maybe 20,000 euros.
Oh, for implants?
Yeah, I want four implants at the top and four at the bottom, and have a bridge on it, the teeth sealed on it. I'm 42 years old, for fuck's sake. I shouldn't have old people dentures that hurt my.
Fuck you.
I know. I'm sorry, babe, but
no. I don't want to say the word yet, but yeah, right. You're right. You're right.
I'm too young for that shit.
Yes, you are.
And most dentists agree with me, but it's so expensive to have it done correctly.
Yeah. Even in universal healthcare, France, it's expensive.
France doesn't have universal healthcare. We are half, and dental work is bad, really
the UK
bad.
is the US of Europe. France is the UK of continental Europe.
It's also bad in like Canada too, because like yes, they have like the free healthcare or that kind of system of free healthcare in Canada too, but the dental is like a separate thing too.
The thing is, a prosthesis is not. It's like glasses. It's not considered like
essential.
essential. You don't. there's nothing bad that will happen to you if you don't have teeth.
I can't function
No.
without my glasses.
And I don't. I can't.
I mean, I
either,
can walk
but
around and not run into things, but I can't even read without my
yeah,
glasses. I'm
but you
so
can't
nearsighted.
die and you are not in pain. You know what I mean? I agree with you, but the thinking behind that thing in France is that there are prostheses. It's like if you lose a leg, your prosthesis isn't covered by the universal
man.
healthcare. You need to have.
It's
Often
another,
France is
it's your
stupid.
private insurance that cover it. But let's just say something. Private insurances in France are nothing like in the US. First of all, no one has the right to refuse you.
Yeah.
Regardless of your how
Medical
do you call
history?
it? What's the term they
Pre-existing-
use?
Pre-existing conditions.
Yes.
I'm a pre-existing condition. with
Oh
my-
my God, that doesn't exist in France. Everyone, and to have decent healthcare, you pay like $40 to $50 a month, not the amount you pay in the US. I don't
Insane.
hate the system we have in France. It could be better, and honestly, I'm poor, so I have universal healthcare. I'm on the equivalent of Medicaid. So
yeah.
and I don't know. I think healthcare is crappy for teeth. It is crappy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crappy in Europe that you have dental tourism in Romania. I think it's Romania because it's so cheap there. And there are French dentists that open clinics there and make a fortune because people would rather go there to have their teeth worked on than do it in France because it's so fucking expensive.
For a second, I was like, dental tourism? What? Tourism at
Yeah.
the dental
That's
museum?
just
Or something?
true. Don't you know
Dental
people go down to
tourism,
Mexico
people-
No,
all
no,
the time?
no. I thought it was like dental tourism. It's like, look at these wonderful teeth that's were. It's like all these great
Yeah,
people.
no,
like
not
a
that
museum
kind
or
of
something.
No, Medical
Really?
tourism is a different kind of
You
thing.
don't know about
You get what I say, right?
I did- I did- I-
Or up to Canada.
Yeah, but no, I took it.
It's like people going to medicine for cheap drugs, or
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I did
going
figure it out,
to
but
a third world country in order to get a sketchy illegal operation that won't actually help them. Or going to Romania
Guys,
for
that's when you
dentistry.
pull out your guts.
yeah, or even for like trans people that like have to like get like corrective like surgeries in places because like the country of origin don't recognize them as it were.
Oh yeah, people used to have to go to Asia all the time for that.
Yeah.
Corrective surgery for what?
For gender reassignment.
In
yeah.
France, it's hell to have access to that.
Yeah.
France
You have to
is
spend
so
5
behind
years living
times
as the
for
gender of your choice.
transgender
and-
issues. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Valerie.
So yeah. Oh, Tabby Wolf has also had like her issues with like the status of where like the disabled services. Yeah, she has a field day with the people there. So yeah, and people wonder why we as anarchists hate the state as it were when situations like this happen to our friends.
Yeah, that's
Here's another fun thing about CPS. They're on my ass for my kid not getting into the dentist often enough. None of the clinics in town take our insurance. The only clinic that does take our insurance that I found is like 15 minutes from my parents who live an hour and a half away from us.
so
Yeah.
weird. Your country is so fucking weird with healthcare. Well, with everything,
Oh yeah,
but
and
with
when they
healthcare.
wanted me to do like the addiction thing, when they had me do the Rule 25, all the things I got for programs, don't what?
Mehmet
Click
is
on it.
trying not to
Mehmet
interrupt.
is as written
Oh.
for you.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
just trying not to interrupt. I can't
Yeah,
stand the
fuck,
heat and I
fuck
have
off
to
from
go.
the
Go
computer.
take a cold
babe.
shower and lie down.
You don't need the additional heat, babe.
Yeah,
I'll
fine.
see you all
Isolate
later.
them.
Yeah.
I'm happy you
and
came
sorry,
though.
Joe.
That was
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
good
kind
to
of
see you.
Yeah, I missed you guys, and I'm folks in. I'll try to be back on next week if the heat wave is like a little better. by
Yeah.
then.
Well, we're heading into the part where it's starting to cool down. So
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later, yeah?
Good to
Say
see
hi
you.
to your girlfriend.
God, Mithril,
Yeah, I
what?
will.
Love to you, Mehmet.
Mehmet's got a
segue.
girlfriend.
I can't wait to
Bye-bye.
get
Girlfriend
Covered in
sitting in a
teeth?
tree.
No. I need information in this. Mithril, you will fill me in right now. Covered in teeth?
There's on dental tourists and subject several years ago, the main road to my village was like found covered in teeth. No explanation and was ever forthcoming. That Mithril,
Holy
please give
moly.
us contacts on that.
apparently they don't have context.
Okay, Tavi, go have fun playing D&D.
Yeah.
Bye,
the end.
Daddy. Oh.
And I gotta work on this assignment.
Covered in
Got some
teeth.
homework I gotta do, so I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for
Okay.
coming, Isaiah.
See you around,
see you
Isaiah.
next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye-bye, Isaiah. See you.
Isaiah, before you go, did you get a car?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
It was.
Oh,
it
you
was,
got your license, Isaiah?
Yes, I did.
And he was working on buying a
Yay.
car.
I was going to, but it didn't look right, so I had to pass.
That's
Yeah,
very good
good-
plan.
That's pretty
Yeah,
smart,
Don't want to get something that's going to be a
Money
More
money
trouble
sink.
than it's worth. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a PT Cruiser too.
Isn't it
Cars are
super
gas
big?
gobblers. Go for something else.
You
Also-
Americans with your big cars. Oh.
Big cars. Yes.
Well-
Big overcompensation, of course.
Yeah, get
'Cause-
a little car. Get a Corvette.
Mhm.
Nothing overcompensating there.
I don't have
Mini
a
Cooper.
car. I don't have a license. So
I don't have a car. I don't
even
have a
if I
license either.
had, I'm not allowed to drive. So I don't care
Mhm.
Why can't you drive?
because I'm on medication that makes me sleepy.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Yeah,
fine. You want me to
that would
drive
suck here in
this
America.
country.
You need a car.
And I'm on the same fucking meds.
Mhm. Yeah.
License. I think I wouldn't drive either way.
Hey,
Mhm.
Joe, do you get those like fatigue spikes and stuff on the stuff where you just like drop and have to fall asleep?
What?
Do you get like fatigue spikes and stuff on your Lyrica where you like just have to drop over and fall asleep? Because I have that.
When I started, yes. No, now it's good.
Hmm.
Now
What
I'm
the hell's wrong
just
with me
kind of
other than another
sleepy. I'm tired.
disorder?
Not everyone reacts nicely to Lyrica. It's
Mm.
that's why they prefer giving gabapentin usually.
Yeah, but I was on so much gabapentin, they thought the Lyrica would be safer. And I'm on.
It is
have Lyrica.
safer, but yeah, if it makes you drop to sleep, did they start you on a lighter dose?
No, I was started on a really high dose.
Oh my God, that's why you have to be started at 20 milligrams, 25, then 50, and then higher and higher.
Yeah.
There's a song called "Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher."
Are you still here, Isaiah?
I'm going to go right now, but I just heard that, so I had to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was in American Idol one time. I don't know if you guys knew that.
You might have shared that once time, but like, no, I did not know that.
I went
didn't
on the
know.
French version.
Hmm.
I wasn't.
Wait a
singing.
minute, but that song isn't by a white girl. That's by a black guy. And not from the 90s, but from like the 40s.
Yeah, but
Who are you
cares?
and what have you done with Isaiah?
Yeah, but who
All the
cares?
songs I know how to sing are by bands like the Ink Spots because I'm a Fallout nerd.
Leave the kid alone.
I'm just teasing Isaiah, but
I
like
know.
ink spots. That's interesting. Never heard of the ink spots.
Dude, have you ever played any of the Fallout games? Preferably the first two, which are really, really good. And New
I
Vegas.
don't
You can avoid
want
3 and
to set
4.
your heart on fire.
Oh, okay.
You're
on
playing
fire.
4 to like played the mod that I helped write, which is Sim Settlements, which has a lot of fun characters in it, including a like chem dealer I named Carne Asada because he's cool. And I guess he figured that he looked like fried beef, so he might as well call himself fried beef. So his name is Carne Asada, and I love him.
I'll see you guys later.
Later, Isaiah.
Bye,
That's
Isaiah.
Bye, bye,
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Bye,
That's a good
everybody.
show.
I'm alive at that time of the day.
But asada means grilled, not fried.
Shut up, but I know. But he looks like grilled beef. So. Beef in a southern means grilled.
What's that
Okay.
noise?
I think that's a car.
Car alarm.
Yeah.
Car alarm. Car
Oh my
alarm. outside
God.
my window.
Useless.
Yeah, I get that sometimes too. My window's open too, but yeah. No,
That's
I actually
one
did
of the
play.
things I don't miss from cities.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone now. I live technically in the country, but a lot of people put car alarms in their stupid big trucks.
Oh god.
Yeah. I
I
actually
live
did.
on
Bye,
a highway next to
people.
a railroad, so I have noise issues. Next to a bar that has bikers a lot that like to impress us with their Harleys.
Oh.
Vroom, vroom. I will give you good babies. Vroom, vroom.
I live a couple of miles down from the airport, so I do hear the
Oh,
planes coming
gosh.
over
Yeah.
from above as well.
Oh my God! Somebody on Tumblr is asking me for a fight. Oh. It's 2021. I'm done arguing. If you hate Ashley, I'm straight up murdering you. I hate Ashley. Come for me, bitch. Come. People talk
Ashley?
about why that space racist is bad.
Who?
Why it's so
Oh, Mass Effect, Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate Ashley do.
Space
Oh,
racist.
yes. The space
Let me
racist
show you
on.
the recipe, Julie, and I can laugh about it.
I'm just gonna-
Everyone hates Ashley, right?
No. A lot of people like Ashley.
A lot of people love her to bits.
BioWare fans like Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
She was
You'd be
written to
surprised.
be a bitch.
Remember, like 80%
like
of the
that
people
she's
who
supposed to be
play
Latina.
Mass Effect play as white males, just basic shepherd soldier.
I
They are
Right,
basic,
except
played
basic
one
people.
like that because I wanted to romance Tali.
Yeah, Tally is cute.
Yeah, but she isn't gay, so that sucks.
Yeah, that she's in.
She is in the stories I've read.
Yeah, but not in the game, so
Yeah, I
the
know.
stories.
Yeah, that's kind of like sucks. That's it. Yeah, and Joey says like, all I can hear is Heartless right now. They were already here. Fun. That's word. And I posted. Following Joanna's Tumblr, I put it right there. That's also where you can also see their latest baking bowls if they are up and written.
yes.
It's where.
My Tumblrs. I don't have a big.
By the way, everyone who listens, just quickly, I think I'm going to go.
Okay.
Not.
Okay, well, if I don't listen, will you stay?
Shut up.
I'm trying to parse this out.
With that depression thing.
That is a
this
very
month,
logical.
I have spent ridiculous amounts of money in visual novels. And I'm in the shit, really in the shit. I shouldn't have, but I was feeling so crappy. I was like, I don't care. So that's my PayPal in description. If you can spare a few bucks, honestly, it would really, really be good for me. I know we're all pressed for money, so.
Are you going to be needing money on Tuesday, or is it right now?
Not right now. It's just right now. I'm just I'm 258 overdraft, and I'm allowed to be 300 overdraft, and I am going to get $175 on the 5th. So I'll still be overdraft, and I have stuff I have to pay. So it's not urgent, but if you can, I would really appreciate.
Well, I'm out of money this month, but next month starts Tuesday.
Tom, you're poor too. You're not the one.
Well, I'm not as poor as being that far in debt. So.
Tata Portal says, I will cover your visual novel addiction, Neto.
Thank you,
sweetie.
When you say visual novels, are you talking about graphic novels?
No, it's a game with stories where you can choose.
It's a comic book in video game form.
Oh, so it's a choose your own adventure?
Yes,
yeah,
choose your own adventure.
Kinda, but it's usually smart.
Usually smart, but can be.
It's a visual novel. Dream
What was the
Daddy,
name?
if you're aware of that game, is a visual novel. There are a few others. I have one called like Magical Diary or something. That
Yeah, I have
should
one
play
who's
that.
called Choices, Stories You Play. That
Oh,
one
you should play.
is good, but
is it
there's
called?
another
Oh, shit.
one who's called Chapters, where the stories are really, really hot.
1 second.
And that one, I swear, I spent almost $300 last week
Beto,
on that.
have you played Long Live the Queen?
I heard about that one.
No,
You need to play.
Unless
Long
it's
Live
about killing the queen, I'm not a fan.
is
Well,
it
actually,
steamy?
that's part of it.
Yeah, it is
Is it-
part of it. It
is
goes
it-
into like what royalty does to you, makes you do, and it is
Mhm.
one of the most well-written games with some of the most fucked up ways to randomly get killed in it that I've ever
Oh.
seen.
Is there
Mhm.
sex in it?
No.
No, not really.
No, I want sex in it.
Okay, so one that has
Long,
sex in it.
Dream Daddy.
Okay,
long.
sorry,
live
I
the
haven't
queen.
had sex in 2.5 years with
Lady-
someone. I mean,
Right,
and-
right.
There's
Oh.
another one too. that
And-
was really good. Let me see.
yeah, violin.
Oh,
Uh,
Monster Prom. You might like Monster Prom.
I was about to
Monster
suggest
Prom is a
another-
lot of fun.
There's another one there's sex in it and also very gay too.
But although
Lady
there's a
Ki-
lot of sex in Monster Prom, it's not really erotic.
but no, the one I'm talking about that has a lot of sex in it and is very gay. Lady Kira in the Bind.
Yes, that was what I was thinking of. I was going to recommend that one too. I was like trying to remember the title.
Mm-hmm.
Not for chapters that about though. I have the mods for the choices, so I don't pay anything. But chapters, which is way more hot than the other, doesn't have a mod that. I shouldn't talk about that on air, but it doesn't exist right now. Yeah, stop that. Okay, some people have it worse than me. But
I
I'm
have.
ace, but I have a sex drive. Okay,
Oh,
and those
I'm a virgin, so
sometimes
yeah.
aren't enough. Okay,
It's been a long time since I had the sex, as in never.
yeah.
Maybe a past life, dude.
Well, maybe in the past life. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to that possibility. I can't confirm it, but just like
Okay, I'll stop complaining. But
I like to
No, no.
imagine that every incel has always wanted to have sex and has always died never having had sex across infinite lifetimes.
Mhm.
that's why they're bitter. You think?
No, it's just because they're assholes.
Oh yes,
Oh,
there's that too.
They're an asshole, they die an asshole, and they're reborn an asshole.
I think I need a girlfriend and a boy toy
Mm. Oh yeah, that's a
because
good
I
combo.
don't want a guy for a relationship, but
Yeah, probably not. No. Chances are.
or a girl with a dick. But it's
nice to
TMI.
read about
And
men, but it's
I don't
not
want to
nice
be a
hang out with
chaser
them.
or
No offense,
something.
men.
Mm-hmm.
You should read Chuck Tingle novels too if you don't. Michael.
Chuck T knows this.
Send
Kind
me
of.
yours, Joe. I like the one you sent me with Solas.
Oh,
It's
Solas.
good, huh? Oh my god, don't.
What? I am sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm just not used to people complimenting my writing. Just
Oh. So
She
you wrote
sent me a
something.
fanfic. She wrote an erotic fanfic about a
yeah, I
character
have a lot of
in
stuff on AO.
Dragon Age Inquisition,
Archives of
and it
our
was
own.
pretty good.
Oh.
It was
People
sexy.
tell me I'm okay at writing.
I mean, writing sex scenes
It's hard.
good. It's hard,
No pun intended. It's
She
hard.
breasted boobily down the stairs.
and
Yeah.
and you didn't do what John just said, and it's good.
Oh god, I hate the she breasted boobily. It's like the worst.
I remember that one. Yeah, we had it on stream. Yeah. and Mithral, your pun did not go unnoticed for me.
Pincel Escape Torment. I hate you. That's the best game in the universe. Why do you do that?
Best game in the universe is Fallout 2. Are we gonna have to play
Planescape Torment. I'm sorry, Planescape Torment is better.
Fallout 2?
I'm not really into Bethesda though, so
No. Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 were from like Interplay with the old like.
oh,
yes.
that wasn't Bethesda yet.
No.
Todd Todd Howard has ruined 2 game series I like. I really need to make that one meme with like Dupin Schwartz where like it's odd that I'd have 2 nickels, but it's odd that it's happened twice because I grew up playing both the Elder Scrolls games, starting with Arena.
Yeah.
Playing Fallout, starting with Fallout 1. Todd Howard ruined both of them.
Yeah.
I hate Todd Howard. If I could
Mithril
hate
says
Todd
sorry
Howard,
that
I
I'm a
would
bad
kick him in the
person.
crotch many times.
Yeah, that's when did Todd Howard started making the Elder Scrolls games. Was that like Oblivion or Morrowind? Because Morrowind was quite different than Oblivion.
No, Todd Howard was the guy on Happy Days.
And then with Skyrim, all of the
Shut up, John.
there aren't any stats, there aren't any really skills. I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
We
it's
don't
just- oh
have
my God,
David
he wants to
today,
write
I'm
action
sad.
games, which I don't mind, but why are you doing it to fucking intellectual role-playing series? Because like the themes from Arena and from Daggerfall and from Morrowind are all gone.
Yeah.
What's that
People
picture,
are
John?
working
Is
for all
because I'm
God.
thirsty?
It's because you're thirsty.
He just copies and pastes shit for Fallout. He just
Yeah, he
copies
did.
and pastes shit. Like Fallout 4, the opening of Fallout 4, aside from bringing a 20-minute sequence you cannot escape, once you get into Concord, what he does is he throws at you everything he finds cool about the series. So right away, you get a set of power armor. Right away, you get a big-ass minigun. And right away,
Johanna,
you get a fucking
Johanna,
Xbox. What?
you're a nerd.
I know.
Nerd! Sorry.
I'm proud.
I know. You should.
Yes.
I hate Todd Howard. I scream his name at the sky the way Dr. Doom screams about Reed Richards.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of another video game company being horrible, Blizzard.
Yeah,
So-
that's no news though.
But I just want to add something that I didn't mention last week when I blew my load on like yelling about Blizzard. As like the workers at Blizzard, gonna copy and pasta the Kotaku article. As the workers at Blizzard are trying to like start a union. Oh, Blizzard is hiring a law firm that's anti-union busting.
Oh, are they going for the Pinkertons?
I not think it's a Pinkertons, but it
They're
is
still
like.
around.
Yeah, the Pinkertons are still around. The Pinkertons had like a rainbow flag, a pride thing during June.
It was
That's
so
where
funny.
it's so funny. It's a William Hale, but it's William Hale. It's a long like time. Law firm started from like Hale in 1918. But like. Well, they did pro bono things for the
So the
Army
current
Department.
Hale is the founder's grandson.
Yes, exactly. But
Generational money.
they also merged with like a Wilhelm to form William Hale, and like they.
That's no zone. No, we're not going to do this. That's no zone.
Mhm.
No, you're not. Hey.
I've heard. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like with the Blizzard's games. Definitely not gonna buy any more Blizzard's games. I already have some. It's just like
I don't
Hey,
have any.
I might have to steal
so-
their Diablo setting and make it my own dark horror fantasy thing because I fucking love Diablo.
I
And
love
it
Diablo
does
too.
explain all the racist and sexist crap that is in there, especially in the third one where it had no point to be in there. Like the fact that the witch doctor is literally the trigger warning for the slur, but they did the spear chucker stereotype for the witch doctor, and it is terrible.
Why did you send me that picture,
No,
Johanna?
no.
I hate that, Ashley. You're not going to murder me.
Yeah, no, I sent you. I wanted you to see how ridiculous that was. That's why. I sent
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I mean, to be fair, I really don't like
you.
Caden.
Mm.
either.
I like
I'm a
Jason.
Gary's girl, okay?
Okay, Garrus. Yeah, a lot of people like Garrus.
You
Yeah.
mean Space Puppy / Space Batman?
Yes, Space Batman, yes.
It's a dinosaur, dudes, not a puppy.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
sexy dinosaur dude. I don't get how they managed to make him sexy, but he's so sexy.
Personality, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
so
Pete, you
too.
like the meme
Because
I sent
it's
you?
Ugh.
Show that meme to John Brockman and to Tom McDonald.
Okay.
Wait, what did I do?
No.
She wants Julie to show us the meme.
No. Julie can show that meme too, but I showed some random geek another meme. A homeowners association meme that's really funny.
Oh, okay. yeah. So all right. I'm just going to like.
Suburban.
So hold on. Actually, let me. No. I'm just going to copy the image of the
Come on, man.
thing and place it in the chat there, and I'll place it in our group chat there. Oh wait, no, that's Lito's sharing the screen.
Sorry, it's the
Someone
Dancing
make
away
me
kitten.
from
do it.
that fucking GIF.
That's not the meme, but that is
There
one
it
of
is.
them. That's
No,
one
no.
of them. Let me share my screen too. How do I do it?
Well,
Have you seen
Lito.
it now? Can I?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have seen it. If you hate Ashley, I'm straight up just an asshole.
I hate Ashley, so
And yes, that's the meme that Joanna Roberts was talking about.
suburban motherfuckers will see this dude and be like, "Sir,
No, they wouldn't. He's not black.
What's the HOA?
The
Homeowners Association.
Oh.
It's
like
sort of a co-op for racist white people to keep black people out of their neighborhoods.
Yes.
Ostensibly, it manages, what kind of plants you can have in your lawn, how tall the
Whether or not you
grass
have
is.
a
It's meant to
flag.
keep property values
We
high.
have a new
But really, it's
viewer.
just to keep black people
Hi,
out.
generic green squid. Welcome
Hello.
to the babes.
Yes, welcome to Social Justice Alchemy. We just randomly talk about whatever comes in mind. Overwatch. I actually have Overwatch because it seems like a fun game, and
It is. I love the lore behind it. And again,
but it's even before the recent stuff. Overwatch was the first one to popularize loot boxes, as it were,
mhm.
and so that's a big
Why I
problem.
stopped playing.
In which brings up the next topic that I wanted to discuss. The new game.
Wait, if you want to, I'm going to cut and say bid you good day because
Okay,
it's
Bye,
9:15 here PM, and I'm going to go in my
You want to stick
bed.
around for a few more minutes for
and-
Fishy Fashy? Because I have one prepared.
Oh yeah, let's go with Fishy
Yeah,
Fashy.
and I'm not in the mood.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
I
babe.
have dice.
I'm-
You can use my dice.
No, I don't want to use a dice. I want to go in my bed.
All right.
I
okay,
love
Jill.
you. I missed you the
Lord.
past 3 weeks, and then I'm
So
happy
glad.
I came, but I'm
Mhm.
I'm out of.
I'm glad you
spirits
came. I
now
hope you
that-
go. I hope you go and. Well, I'm not going to say that. I hope you go to.
And fuck myself, you mean? That's what you are going to say.
No. When Tom's
no.
leaving, that's what he'll see.
I was going to. I was close enough. Close enough. Close enough.
Bye bye.
Have a nice time.
Good night, Julie.
Enjoy
Thank you.
yourself.
Fun with the fishy fashy.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner has to sing in your butt.
Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Love you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Bye bye.
Bye. So Fishy Fashy. Mm-hmm.
So are we gonna do like one of those Death Island things? What's the name of that one Japanese movie with the school kids that have to kill each other?
I forgot that one. I didn't know that one. Yeah, but no, it's Fishy Fashy. So it's just like John Brown's going to torture us by telling us conservatives are other terrible people, and we have to guess which one's the fake one.
Mm-hmm. I find a tweet from a terrible person, and I find 3 tweets from one or more terrible people, and I alter one of them slightly to make it fake. And you have to figure out which one is fake. And because fascists are completely inconsistent, the game is impossible to win.
Yes. Almost impossible.
Well, but that's why God gave us dice.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like some of the stuff they do on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so first up we have the inimitable Chris Ray Gun, who for some reason has a Puerto Rican flag emoji.
He's actually Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of Latin.
Is he still? God,
ex-fascists.
these are names. This is a name from long ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
2016 that's the word. But yeah, but he was always like a Puerto Rican, either descended or actually from Puerto Rico, but always white passing. So
With a name like
Yeah.
Chris Reagan? Yeah.
yes, Chris Reagan.
All right,
But what-
so Chris Reagan is criticizing, complaining about a late night cartoon intended for drunk college students,
That
saying,
doesn't
"What has
narrow
the
it
world
down.
come to?"
Just
So
the one about
Adult
the royal
Swim.
family.
Mm-hmm. It's on. It's not on Adult Swim. It's on Netflix rather than.
But I mean,
Cartoon Network.
it's complaining
But it's the
about
same
something
style,
that's been
yeah.
around for that long.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have the wonderful, definitely a leftist, always a leftist, Shoe on Head, who is criticizing coal miners. Because why are there still coal miners in 2021?
Because they keep the mines open just to dig what they can and throw bodies in there.
Yep.
My
The coal
great-grandfather
mine.
was a
Because
coal miner and died
the
of black
people,
lung.
because the people that need to work to make money aren't in charge of the companies
Yeah.
that make the money.
My grandma basically grew up in a company town in the 1930s
Mm-hmm.
out in Colorado, where they were working the Mexicans to death. Mexicanos. My family is the one that got stuck up here after the Mexican-American War.
Mm.
And finally, we have Ben Shapiro, who
Ben
says
Shapiro.
vaccines are safe and effective and everyone should get them.
Oh God!
Oh,
wait a
this
minute,
is
Shapiro,
a tricky one. Oh, this is gonna be it. Oh, that's
I imagine.
All
I
right,
was
as our
thinking
guest,
Tucker
Joanna, you
Carlson,
get to
and
go
I thought
first.
You're making it too easy.
which one's the fake out of those
Which
three?
one is the fake? Is Chris Reagan complaining about a cartoon? Is Shu criticizing coal miners? Or is Ben Shapiro doing the right thing?
I don't want to say Benny Shapps is only because there's a long history of faking Benny Shapp tweets out there. I don't know. Like, there's this whole genre of fiction that is Ben Shapiro finds out his wife is cheating on a Twitter that I just love. Like fake tweets where like he's all like, "Yeah, my wife, blah blah blah," trainer.
My wife says that a moist vagina is a disease.
Yeah.
Serious
Or like
medical
the ones
condition.
that talk about like how he never gets anything, like and how his wife is gonna leave him. It's like there's a whole genre of fake tweets like are just Benny Shapps. Go with that one because you can never go wrong with guessing about Benny Shapps.
Okay, so you think that Ben Shapiro is unable to do the right thing. Tom, which one do you think is the fake?
I love the delay. You're downing your dice.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that every time I doubt it, I'm wrong, and when too many of the times when I believe it, it's also wrong. I'm going to say Reagan. Chris
Reagan.
Chris Reagan, because I've not heard what he's doing lately, and he very well could not be. He might enjoy the Adult Swim Netflix thing. For all I know.
So I'm going to go for the other one that has not been chosen, Sean Head, because she's always delightful and makes wonderful tweets, as it were. Even though it's really possible for her to be confused of why coal miners exist. But anyway.
So we'll go ahead and take these in order. First up, Chris Reagan. Retweeting Cartoon Crave. Here's a first look at Netflix's new adult animated comedy, Chicago Party Ant. The series is based on the Twitter account @ChaiPartyAnt. Chris Reagan said, quote, "Imagine having a newborn baby yesterday, only to wake up today and realize this is the world you brought a new life into." Sorry, Tom.
Dice.
Chris Reagan is that stupid and petty.
Yeah, fucking dice. I need new dice. Die.
And next up, we have Shoe on Head. Oops. Who has screen capped a couple of people commenting on the Alabama's coal miners protest outside BlackRock in New York City. BlackRock being a big investment firm.
Yeah.
So the first screenshot just shows the protest blocking most of the street there in New York City. And then a whole bunch of quotes saying, "Why do people want to work in a coal mine? It's 2021. Who in the fuck is still coal mining? Imagine expecting to be a coal miner in 2021. To which she responded with a it's a meme of a guy with a mushroom hat smoking a cigarette. She disapproves. And she actually says people should be helping the coal miners. Because they've had their pensions stripped for 401ks, they've lost their overtime pay, they've lost their holiday time, things like that. Shu is actually supporting the coal miners.
A broken watch is actually right this time.
So, Jonathan, you also lose. Or no, Jonathan, you won. Sorry. Joanna, you lost. Because Ben Shapiro retweeted Zeynep Tufekci, who just quoted the data about COVID vaccinations working. How the number of breakthrough cases, that is to say people who get the disease despite being vaccinated, is very small, and the people who die as a result of getting the disease anyway is smaller still. So Ben Shapiro is actually retweeting the correct stuff. So Jonathan, you won this week. You get to sing the butt song.
In your butt, in your butt, in your butt.
I'm glad I lost.
You did lose. Jonathan won.
I'm glad I lost.
Okay.
That's the prize.
You know, this may be the first time that a Ben Shapiro thing that has him being married to a doctor is actually not funny.
Oh yes.
He may actually have listened to her. But Johanna,
Okay. What?
do you listen to us sometimes? You know what happens now?
Yes. Now.
When I'm gonna leave?
Oh, now I do.
Does that bother you?
Nah.
All right. Well then, I'm old. Fuck you.
Why should it bother me?
Well, some people are weird about words like fuck.
I do want everybody to know how little I think of them. And I do that when I leave, so I want to make sure that you're not offended by that. So
I know that feeling. So that happens all the time when I play Final Fantasy. Yeah, do 5
or sci-fi, any RPG.
Yeah, any RPG
except for Fallout.
Yeah.
Well, the original Fallout 2.
So fuck everybody. Bye.
Yep.
Bye, Tom. Go be old.
So yeah, before Fishy Fashy mentioned about like Overwatch having loot boxes, Pokemon Unite, which is a recent game that came out like on the 21st. That's MOBA, which for those who don't know, means for multiplayer online battle arena, kind of like a short version of RTS, where like people would like fight against League of Legends, Dota 2, those examples of like MOBAs. Pokemon Unite is now that, but with Pokemon and just geared towards kids. The video by Curio, who's a great YouTuber.
I was just about to bring that up because that's the only reason I've heard about Pokemon Unite Curio at all is because of Curio's stream.
Yes. Curio is like looking into that, plays a lot of League
Legends. Oh my god. Can I interrupt quick?
Sure.
Something fun is going down on Tim Null's post. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can see. Oh, I think I did the wrong one. Let me see this. Can you guys see it scrolling and stuff?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so I'll never I hate this movie. Like I cannot start to describe how much I hate this movie.
El Dorado, yeah.
As I am Mexica, right? Like the part of me that is native. I am the people they are making fun of here. There are people defending this movie here on Tim Null's post. And here is me saying in caps, if you like this movie, you're participating in a narrative that turns to Mexica and the Triple Alliance people and the monsters, like me, I am Mexica. And somebody just commented, you can be offended about things in this movie, but that just sounds inaccurate. There's like one guy who is a villain and just kind of monstrous, but otherwise I would say the problem is they're naive.
Well, they did need white people to come in and save them. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of a problem. They should have been better educated. I'd say it is their fault.
That I'm calling this person out on Facebook. Go tell this person he's being a racist dipshit because this is hilarious. You say the problem is naivete. Like, no, the problem's, dude. Like, Shell would have been being raised for that, right? Like, she wouldn't have wanted to leave. The last few years of her life would have been lived in like abject luxury as she's being, treated like a goddess, as the incarnation of the goddess. And then, most of these sacrifices were willing. Yeah, there were unwilling sacrifices, but I also love trying to explain to people that we didn't kill people in battle because we consider that barbaric.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of people simply don't understand because they don't learn, or they only go off of like what the media tells them, as it were.
I still get asked if we still eat hearts. Like,
Yes, totally.
I totally rip out hearts. That was my kiddo in the background.
Yep, we heard. Hello,
Kiddo.
So yeah, that's what I was saying about like Pokemon Unite. Curio did a video just laying out all of like the gambling mechanics and yeah, Curio is great. I'm blocked by them by like Twitter, but that's because of something else from 2019. All because like I was very critical of a couple of people that are horrible, that like they kind of like stand, and they probably see me as kind of toxic as were, but that's this whole other thing. So let's like
You're a white guy. You're toxic. I mean, not a guy, but still toxic.
Sometimes a guy, sometimes not. I don't know. Gender's weird. But Curio talks about like how even down to like how the matches are like 10 minutes long, so it's like not too long to feel like you're exhausted, but not long to feel satisfying, and all these other like candidates in Mota that are meant to like get you to want to play more, want to be ranked up, wanting to play more, and then eventually buy more because of the confusing microtransaction sort of thing. Yes, it is a free game, so it's free to play, but still almost all of the predatory kind of like things that mobile games and other free-to-play games do to try to get you to spend money is in Pokemon Unite. Yeah, it's done. Lowercase.
Is it pay to win, or is it just cosmetic stuff like Overwatch?
There are like mostly a lot of cosmetic stuff, but like I think it's like they still kind of like encourage you to like buy more stuff, as it were. But you can, because like with the in-game currency that you can earn from playing, they cap it at a certain point. But if you want that Pikachu, if you want that like Lucario, if you want that like other things, and lowercase Dale also did like accessibility sort of thing. And Flip is right. Also, like loot boxes disguised as not loot boxes. Yeah, that's what Curio pointed out. Because then you get like at each match or something like that, you get energy, but you can, and after the energy tank is filled, then you get a random chance for like an item, as it were. And some of those items are only available through the entry tanks, not available through the game store, as it were. So you want to get that cool hat for your character, or that cool like thing for like your Pokemon, as it were. So customizations, so the cosmetic stuff for you, the trainer, and your Pokemon. But then if you want to get a boost on that entry tank to get like a unlock a Gotchaman thing sooner, you can pay real money for an entry tank booster, as it were, $4 a piece, as it were. And so you actually do have to like spend real money to get like a faster chance to like and that's the entry tanks randomly gets you one of those like items, some which only available from those entry tanks. So it is a clever, sneaky loot box mechanic right then and there. For cosmetic stuff, I'm pretty sure, I think, but still predatory, but also confusing as well, because like as of so many of the currencies, there's like the eco passes, the eco chips, the like different kind of like crystals, as were, because they buy for different things. Intentionally confusing, but and none of those other in-game currencies are it can be exchanged for other things, except for the ones that you can pay real money for. But also what's like sneaky that Lord K. Dale pointed out in her video is that if you want to just buy that one skin, it's spending the $4 won't get you enough. They go after the first time, like sign-on bonuses were. You have to spend $20, and then you had enough of these crystals to get that crystals left over for next time for the other things. Hello, Phoenix, how are you doing? And yeah, so it's kind of like, yes, it's like it's a free game and it's a lot of microtransactions and it's a cosmetic stuff, so it's not pay to win, but like if I remember correctly, not sure if there's like any like a pay to win kind of like mechanics in it. However, it's just like still all predatory stuff that like meant to kind of like target the excessively compulsive people or the excessive completionist things, as it were. So it's kind of like
and the aggressively competitive types.
And yes, and it's incredible, and there's ranked play too as well. And you are kind of limited as the ranked play you can play in a certain time, if I remember correctly from the Curio video that I watched last night. So all around it's just like, but what makes it sick is that like it's Pokemon, it's something for kids, and so if like a kid's Switch account is get connected to some kind of payment processing, as it were, that the parents and are not paying attention to or something like that, or like it's set up so like, oh, the kid wants to buy that thing, the kid can go ahead and have access to the credit card information, or it's saved onto the Switch, as it were, then it's just like, and plus what
parents don't realize that suddenly their kid has spent $200-$300.
The been kids on like Fortnite or FIFA, which have these microtransactions that spend like thousands of dollars on a credit card. And so, yeah, so this kind of like a thing is like happened before, or even Fortnite. Yes, you have default skins, but kids that pay that only have the default skins on Fortnite get bullied for having just the default skins. Why don't you have this skin? Why do you have this skin? And this is something that Overwatch did. They would have limited time skins as well that was only available at this certain time, like the Rio de Janeiro like Olympics, and we can talk about the Olympics as another topic.
And thus you can tell who's been playing the game longer. It's prestige.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And you can only get it for a limited time from their loot box account in Overwatch. So yes. So yeah. And so that's the story of like Pokemon. You know, like Pokemon isn't for kids, silly rabbits. Yeah, there are a lot of adults that like play Pokemon too. But yeah. So that was.
They've done studies, and if you play Pokemon, there's an entire section of your brain dedicated just to Pokemon.
I can believe that. This Pokemon is good against this Pokemon. This Pokemon is good against this Pokemon.
Recognizing Pokemon and all that other stuff. Yeah, there's a specific section of the brain that handles Pokemon.
I mean, my mom is like had to develop a spreadsheet for Final Fantasy VI. What does this enemy type is, and what's this health card? This what can steal from it? What can guards like abilities have when you like?
Of course, that was back in the days when the internet was in its infancy. Unless she's playing now.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So she had created that spreadsheet, put in 80 hours in Final Fantasy 6/3, so that like she can make that spreadsheet.
I read fantasy steampunks, but I mean I write them, so yeah, I'd read one.
Yeah.
I had one
hell yeah. Steampunk Outlaw Western. Fuck yeah.
Everything. And elves in it. We had
put some fantasy elements in there, you know, ghosts and vampires.
Okay, so Floop did say that like there is so Floop did say in Pokemon Night there's a little bit of a pay to win and how you can upgrade items and unlock the variable Pokemon faster, but past the weekly cap if you pay, as it were. So Curio did bring up that like you can like buy items to like enhance your Charizard, enhance this thing, and enhance this Pokemon, so that like you can make it customize them to be like much more aggressive and much more faster and have more attack power, as it were. And again, so it's like if you reach the weekly cap of like earning the free in-game currency, you can get more of that currency by paying money. Another entertainment news: Skojo is suing Disney.
So is Emma Stone.
Emma
for the same reason.
Yeah, Emma Stone's considered, and I think that's like it's all because like Disney Plus had like the contracts of like, no, these movies have to be shown in movie theaters, which is why we finally got Black Widow out of the movie theaters, as it were, delayed for like since 2019, as it were, because COVID. The other studios kind of like did different deals and like were able to renegotiate with the actors, as it were, I think, as it were, or maybe they had to
maybe they just decided to do it in the Disney. But basically, they cost Emma Stone and Scarlett Johansson tons and tons and tons of money by releasing and streaming instead of in theaters.
what
because they
Disney
only got paid a portion of the ticket prices.
Right, exactly, for the box office, which is tied, which is why they had the negotiations and never renegotiated for the simulcasting the streaming to the Disney Plus services. Disney also bragged how they had like made 60 million just from Disney Plus like purchases, as it were, and that's like, yeah, you tell that, and SJA knows that like she doesn't have like cut of that. That's where it's like, dude. And I think thinking back, remember to 2007, 2008 writer's strike. That was a big thing, as it were, because the movie studios and the TV Fisher studios were making money off of DVD sales and like internet streaming, as it were, and the writers were not seeing a cut of that, as it were. So when those studios were like realized like, oh wait, we didn't make a deal with the writers, so we can get more percentages of the sales from DVDs and all those other things, and that's when the writers were like, wait, no, this is. No, we got to get a cut of that. We need a cut of that. And I'm reading up in the Wikipedia article of the writers 2007, 2008 writers strike. It was like, no, they kind of like need those residuals from those old contracts of like advertisements and all those things as a way to like get by from like between jobs, as were, because writing, as like all other like entertainment as jobs, as were, are contract by contract, as were. So if you're working on a movie theater or working on a movie studio or a movie set or a television show, then you're getting paid. But when you're not, you're struggling. So yeah. And I think that's the case with like, so yeah, even though like Emma Stone and Scarlett Johansson, they're big A-list celebrities, as it were, and they're millionaires, they're well off, as it were. But since SJA is still just like not an owner of the means of production, except for in her own production company, she has one, and she still is a worker for Disney, who owns the means of production of like distribution and like gets the profits, as it were. So it's like, yes. Scarlett Johansson definitely has like said some terrible things I disagree with, like on Woody Allen.
She participated in the whitewashing of
Ghost in the Shell. Oh my God, I hate that movie. That movie does not exist because even in the movie proper, they whitewash the character. But no, in this case, like Disney was trying to like be able to like rake more profits because they didn't make a contract deal or renegotiate the deal that they already had with like Scarlett Johansson and Emma Stone for the simulcast release, as were. So this might be like trend setting, because like, yeah, we haven't heard any like lawsuits against Warner Brothers because they started like releasing their stuff on HBO Max, but they probably had to like rush to renegotiate things as well, because that's all they have to do, just renegotiate the terms, which happens all the time, and then be able to work out a deal that like the performers and the actors get a cut of sort of things. I'm kind of like when the voice actors also like strike too, they did the performance matters, as it were. Those are working class voice actors and performers too. So I kind of like they did it, and so they definitely need like
okay.
Yeah, they definitely need to get like paid for those sort of things. So yeah.
Millionaires being screwed is a thing, but women routinely get screwed in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. Is because like I remember this like years ago.
Yeah, but make sure you wash your hands, okay?
Yeah, because like I remember when like Sarkon College said, "Look, patriarchy is not real. Scarlett Johansson is one of the most successful like actresses in the industry, as it were. She's in the top 20." But others feminists would point out, well, she
still gets paid like half as much as everyone else.
And Robert Downey Jr., like Chris Evans, or like all those other, they get paid more than Scarlett Johansson. So it's kind of like he unironically proved our point that like no patriarchs real. She's the only woman in top 20, and she doesn't get paid nearly as much as like the other men. And Home on the Range. Oh, that's interesting. I never heard of Home on the Range.
The deer in the antelope lane, where never is heard a cis hetero word. and the white people all go away.
So definitely. I have a bit of sympathy for Amazon and Scarlett Johansson just because they're getting screwed out of their contracts by like the bigger major billionaire corporations of Disney. It's Disney that's owned 40% of the entertainment that's out there, because they have Star Wars and Marvel now. No, it's also a rare movie that like stars two celebrities who used to be like likable before coming out as like douchey conservative fudge bars. Yeah. But Blazing
Who
Saddles
stars in that movie?
Yeah, Home
I
Alone
don't
Range.
recognize most of those names. You're talking about the cartoon, right, Phoenix?
Blazing Saddles, Mithril is a good movie. It is the greatest Western ever made. And I hate people who say Woody.
Okay,
oh,
she
you
is
know,
talking about the cartoon.
Mel Brooks. I hate people that say Mel
Oh,
Brooks.
Judi Dench, Cuba Gooding Jr.,
Mel
Jennifer
Brooks
Tilly.
totally
Oh,
makes it.
Randy Quaid, douchebag. Roseanne Barr, douchebag.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Joe, about like Mel Brooks?
Oh, I get pissed off when people say he couldn't make Blazing Saddles today because he could.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be a different movie.
But
But I think it would
wouldn't
be
that different.
as
They would
edgy
keep-
and
They
out
would
there.
probably keep the blowjob joke in there instead of cutting it out.
Mm.
Oh, it is true.
That's my arm, madam.
Yeah, that one. I wanted that joke to stay in the movie.
I heard about that joke. One thing I did hear about, like, one scene, as it were, like when Gene Wilder was going on about, like, these are people of the common land, the common clay, the soil. What the actor did not know was the final line, morons. So that was a general reaction from him to hear that line. No, that was a great movie. Yeah. And
we don't recognize titles here, Phoenix.
it's home.
No titles. No, I don't recognize titles. I'm completely serious. I don't care.
Aristocracy
if a woman
can
who
eat
slid it out
itself.
of someone's vagina, put a sword on your shoulder, and said that you're special. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Ian McKellen is so cool. He doesn't have the sword in front of him.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Patrick.
I mean, Judi Dench is
cool
awesome,
dude.
and that's why she
Judi
got the
Dench is
title.
a
But
really cool
fuck the
person,
title.
But I'm not gonna call them by any fucking title. Not even Terry Pratchett. I fucking love Terry Pratchett. I would have died to bring him back to life, but I wouldn't call him sir.
You don't have to create an island to ship all the cunty beardos to. That's the UK.
I'm sorry, Marty. I'm sorry, Mithril, but you're the
But
islands.
you created Joanne, Karen, and Boris Johnson. Okay, I mean, and you still have a queen. I mean, it's your fault.
Mithril, you still have a queen. We got to talk about this. That England still has a queen.
So Simone Biles.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you've noticed this last week. I've had this picture up this whole time, waiting for an opportunity to talk about it. So I'm just going to toss it in now.
Yes.
Simone Biles said, "Look, I'm worried about my mental and physical health, so I'm going to step back from some of these competitions." And a whole bunch of couch potatoes said, "What the fuck is wrong with you, America? America, fuck yeah! Go out there and hurt yourself, black girl." When people talk about Carrie Struck and her doing exactly that back in the 90s, and people are saying, yeah, she shouldn't have had to do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then this motherfucker doesn't have his name on. Novak Djokovic said, "Pressure is a privilege, my friend. Without pressure, there is no professional sport. If you are aiming to be at the top of the game, you better start learning how to deal with the pressure and how to cope with those moments."
Oh, man, I'm just glad Simone Biles got to be a gymnast because she's like kind of tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was really, really young, I could have been a competitive gymnast, right? I was doing it for years. We came up here to Minnesota. The gym that we took me to wouldn't take me because I was too talented for them, and they gave me the address of a gym that trains people for competition. I showed up. I went right over to the bar. It was magnificent. I wanted to use it so bad. The woman who ran the gym stopped me, took one look at me. I think I was like 5'3" at the time, and was like, "You're too tall to ever be a proper gymnast. Get out of here." They wouldn't take me.
Fucking. So 2 days after this douchebar said that, he lost his bronze medal singles match, threw a racket into the stands, smashed another, then skipped his doubles match in an Olympic meltdown. So, fuck that guy. I mean, like, fuck everybody who's trying to tell Simone Biles that she should have risked herself for their benefit. I mean...
Yeah, Naomi Nasaki, the tennis player, also came out and said like she has to step away from the game for her mental health too, and she got criticized for that too, as it were. And now Well, I have like mixed feelings, weird feelings about the Olympics in general and the whole pride thing, which I guess is a concept that I don't know about. What pride? Having pride in what? What are you doing? I tried to
Pride month is over. It's Wrath Month. Wrath Month goes all year.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I think it's just like definitely athletes who know their own mental health better than like anyone else, as where it should definitely like a step away. As where I think also there's like there's like an athlete that wants to compete but can't because the COVID restrictions limiting number of like personal people you can have around us for social distance. Or so one I forgot the athlete's name, but she can't like bring her caretaker for I think for herself as well, in order to like do that. There's also like a woman that like can't breastfeed while during the competition and has to like to step away because of that. Oh, and there's also the uniforms that the women have to wear.
Yes, was it Norway or Sweden?
I think it was Norway that like in one of the competitions wanted to wear shorts, but we're told not to, and they must wear bikini bottoms.
Which just girls get kicked out of schools for showing their shoulders. Athletes get fined for not wearing pants.
Bikini
for wearing
bottoms.
pants. I mean,
well, we have to be always available to the male gaze, and when the male gaze realizes it's looking at children and thus is pedophilic, then the male gaze freaks out and puts dress codes on kids. It's the male gaze. That's what the dress code is for.
Yes, it is.
If a teacher found the shoulders sexy, cover the shoulders. A teacher finds the legs sexy, cover the legs, not get rid of the teacher.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, this happened like a few years ago. A college professor criticizes the shorts a woman was wearing for her presentation, but it was college and doing presentation, but she countered and said this is ridiculous in the argument and so with that. And then what she did later on, just took off her like shorts and her top and would continue her presentation and bra and panties. And nothing sexual about this whatsoever. Other students also joined in, and she continued the presentation.
Oh my god! One of the things the county is mad at me about is the fact that I let my kid walk around the house topless if they want to.
Oh my god! Oh my god! A portal to hell is going to open up under your home. Think of the cats.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do if they see fucking naked bodies, right? I mean, look at that cat. That cat is obviously wearing clothes.
Yes. I don't. It's like I don't understand people sometimes.
I don't get why nudity is inherently sexual. I've never gotten it. I got beat up once in a locker room at middle school because when everyone was changing their swimsuits, I didn't bother to cover up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the need. If we're separating everybody by their bits, then what's the point?
Mm-hmm. It's
in other Olympic news. We have this thing. You won't be able to see it. You guys here in the stream won't be able to see it for a couple of seconds. But it's about the Olympic sharpshooting.
Mm-hmm.
Shows a woman holding a pistol with one hand. The other hand's in her pocket. She looks casual as fuck. It's actually kind of badass.
Mm-hmm.
First person says you should be able to see the thing now. I am obsessed with the stance on this sharpshooter. And then St. Nathaniel responded with, that will have a huge recoil. There's a reason why people tell you to hold the gun with both hands. To which the next person replied, she won the gold, right?
Recoils aren't really that much of a thing with pistols. They're designed that
some pistols will have a huge recoil. But the fact is that first, she won the gold. Second, it's an air pistol. Third, that's the required Olympic stance.
That's a required Olympic stance of like standing like that with one hand. It doesn't work.
Yep, you're required to only use one hand on those pistols.
I do hope the fact that I really like guns doesn't bother anybody.
No, it doesn't. No,
that's fine.
Not in this stream.
Guns don't kill people. White people kill people.
Yes.
Okay, and then here's a wonderful thing. Somebody jumped into the comments to respond. Kind of failed to see how that's mansplaining.
Sorry.
Kind of failed to see how that's mansplaining. If it were anything bigger than an air pistol, he's not wrong, and there are plenty of YouTube videos to prove what he said. Not really sure how telling someone the proper way to do something is chauvinistic. He jumped into mansplain.
Well, actually, what you're about to say, Joanna?
Oh, what? Huh?
You were saying something?
You about liking guns?
Oh yeah, I'd love to have it like a Desert Eagle, and we should arm trans women.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Arm homeless people too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the Purge, but only trans people are allowed to get away with shit. And then another day when only black people are allowed to get away with shit.
Mm-hmm.
Except Rachel Dolezal.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like Valerie, like nudity needs to be desexualized. It's only sexualized because like used as a means of control and exploitation. Yeah, the patriarchy.
Mhm.
And Phoenix says like I walk around topless more often, and if I didn't have like big feelings about my boobs, yeah. Sometimes I kind of hate them because transgender. Yeah, it's or I have thought about getting boobs as well. I actually have a bra. That's for a separate thing. Want to like practice like unhooking one-handed though, because I heard that's really hot from like other people that wear bras. That's really hot when like someone does it.
No, I know what you're doing. You're doing the upper class twit marathon. That's
yes, it is. Trying to unhook a bra. How does this work?
Close the car in order to wake up the neighbor.
Squeeze, twist, release.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, again, like
John Cleese is a terrible person, but that was so funny.
Yes, yeah, a lot of those people like back on terrible people because like John Cleese is terrible, Carrie Gillian is terrible. I mean, I don't know about Eric Idle, Michael Palin. Graham Chapman died before we knew he was terrible, if he was possibly terrible, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree, Phoenix. Give disabled people the purge too. Yeah. The guns to disabled
basically
people,
everyone other than rich, straight, white, cis men. Christian.
Yeah,
we get the guns from the army and we use them on everyone that is like Jeff Bezos.
Oh, fitting bras and the pinks tax. Yeah, that's a good point, Valerie. Yeah, that's some of the things. Yeah. If your boobs were smaller and then biter, that would be like a perfect. Yeah, again, boob communism as well. The free movement of boobs.
If only people could Venmo each other titties. Yeah.
Yes, and Venmo titties, but also for other body parts, because like that thing is like a gender for you in some, but like if it's to another person, it'll be gender euphoria. And besides, I think even though it's a silly song by King Missile, a detachable penis might be like advantageous in certain situations. Again, give it to someone who needs it. Like Linda Otto said that like she will at a time when she was really drunk, she would love to have the penis be able to pee through.
Of course, there'd be that one guy determined to become John Dillerman.
Yes, exactly.
For those who don't know, John Dillerman is a Danish cartoon about a guy with an incredibly long penis that he does stuff with.
Yeah, that
a children's cartoon, by the way.
Oh, that's funny. That does remind me. Yes, there are fake penises you can buy to pee through. It's for people that want to pass the drug tests. I know, and they are assortments of sizes and colors. One person was buying one, but bought the wrong colored one, and that's how he got caught. Yes, I heard. I'm not sure how true it is because I heard it on the radio as a news report, but that's what I heard. So it's kind of like, when you're buying fake penises, make sure you get the right color one, or else you get caught.
If you want funny stories from transgender people about weird things that happen, just transgender wise, there is what's his name? There is a YouTuber, Jamie Dodger, who is really good. He's absolutely hilarious. He's a pure little cinnamon roll, and I love his channel. And he has like lots of videos where he like reads trans stories and stuff out loud, and they're really funny. There was one from this trans guy who lost his packer while swimming, and I feel so sorry for him. I was just like, oh no, that would be a terrible problem.
Oh, actually, John Brockman, I got an interesting question for you. You're someone from the South Carolina, as it were. Do you sometimes get like jealous of people who like have pride for where they're from, as it were?
No. I mean, you shouldn't be proud of where you're from. That's a historical accident.
Yes.
I mean, if you choose to move to a place, then you're mostly moving there for the people who live there rather than the place. And even that is also for largely a historical accident for them.
Mhm.
No, not really.
Yeah, because like this was part of a conversation I was on the stream last night with the Necronomicon playing golf for friends, and another streamer, Big Ben, was like, we had a long conversation talking about like the Olympics, they talked about nationalism, they don't really care for the nationalism in even the Olympics. I can understand like certain individuals like wanted to like get goals and something like that, but me as a viewer, as it were, why do I care if Michael Phelps gets like 8 medals like for swimming competitions, as it were? That's good for Michael Phelps, I guess, as it were. But then it's just like people wanting pride because Big Ben is from Alabama, and the one thing that like points out that like I guess I don't get is that like when people want to like denote that someone is like not smart, not bright, they give them a southern accent, and that sort of thing is very prevalent even amongst like left twitches, but left twitch is shit because there are dirtbag leftists as well.
Well, that is mostly a class thing, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, no, Big Ben actually mentioned that because like his family is from upper class, and looking through his history, no, in Alabama, upper class, they were plantation owners in the past.
And there's also a very different southern sort of accent.
Yes,
there's lots of different southern accents. Like, I mean, you go to Appalachia, it's a lot more nasal. And they talk a bit more like this. Then you get, backwoods sort of hillbilly folk talk like this. I mean, you recognize that would be Trey Crowder. That's a bit more woods of Kentucky. Then there's my boy Paul. Then there's my Uncle Mark. I mean, there's just lots and lots. And so, like, I think the stereotypical rich Southern accent is one that doesn't get used for white trash. That's more to use the gentry. That's sort of the stereotypical Savannah accent, the one that's meant for the upper class. It's mostly, I think, to denote white trash. What's that, Joe?
Isn't there still a big upper class like that in the South?
Yeah. The class divide is still huge down here. We haven't really changed all that much in terms of white culture.
So they're still in their plantation houses pretending they're Greco-Roman.
And they still send their kids to military academies. They still have a huge honor culture. I mean,
yes.
And they're still racist as fuck.
They're Greco-Roman, and then I say Greco-Roman because it's neither Greek or Roman. It's some weird.
It's the pseudo-classical shit of early modern era. Yeah.
And it was real big during, the Civil War, the 1800s. Was really like it wasn't just the South that was into that. That was like the North was into it at the time too. There was this big Greco-Roman thing going on, and you could see it with the expansion too from the United States at that time period.
Yep.
They were starting to talk of the start of Manifest Destiny, blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, that sort of thing. Exactly. Hey,
Manifest Destiny, or when people came to where my people lived and said, "Hey, nice land. You don't keep slaves? Too bad, we're going to take it from you." Ha ha ha.
And the Supreme Court at one point actually said, because the inhabitants had not improved the land, that therefore there were no inhabitants. So the land wasn't being owned, therefore white people could take it.
Which is funny because it just meant they didn't recognize good agricultural practices when they were fucking staring them in the goddamn face.
No, I agree with you. Phoenix, Maryland is part of the South.
Oh, it absolutely is. There was a whole shit ton of rioting, and Lincoln had to sneak into D.C.
Yeah, but John, you're saying that like the Southern accent thing is a class thing. No, Big Ben grew up in Alabama, but again, his family is very rich as he went to a private high school, and when he was out around
the segregation school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then when he was around a certain company, his parents was having over, Big Ben had to be like scolded for not using a Southern accent, and he had to learn don't talk that way, as it were, because it would be like uncouth, as it were. And so yeah, but yeah, but I guess like Big Ben has this, and like I guess others have it too, of wanting to be prideful in something, in just something, as it were.
You can be proud of a lot of things, but it usually amounts to being proud of overcoming shit, and that usually means overcoming Southern culture.
Yes.
So, as a white person, you can be proud of being part of the ongoing struggle of anti-racism.
Yeah, you can also be proud of being Irish, or you can be proud of being
Yeah.
German or Italian. But being proud of being white is being proud of something completely abstract.
It's being proud of being part of a racist white supremacist culture. So, I mean, yeah. Like Southern cooking. Like stereotypical, the traditional Southern cooking is largely poor Southern cooking.
Yeah.
So collard greens, grits, cornbread. Like people don't really realize that poor white and poor black culture is very, very similar down here. Separate only because of racism. They had to eat the same food because it was all they could afford. And they had to cook it the same way because it was the only way to make it palatable.
You know about the disease, the bad diet in the South caused?
The black tongue sort of thing? I think.
Pellagra.
Yeah.
Because white plantation owners didn't let black people grow their own food. So they had to import food, and the cheap food was corn. Corn is not nutritionally complete. Unless you cook it in the traditional
and how that case was solved was really, really interesting too. There was a set of twin boys where one of them kept getting sick every year at his orphanage, and the other one didn't. And the doctor, like trying to figure out what the hell was going on with Plager, realizes he had a bunch of people watch this kid, and they realized that this kid was sneaking into the kitchen at night and stealing the staff's food, and that's why he wasn't getting sick every year. Because he was eating better than anybody else in the orphanage.
Grits is awesome, Phoenix.
I don't think I ever had grits.
How many grits are good? You get to do whatever you want to them. You know. So yeah.
Corn.
Okay.
Pellagra or cretinism is basically caused by eating too much corn. You don't get enough of various nutrients, and therefore you start to fall apart.
It's not fun. It's a real painful disease.
Yeah. I think Extra Credits, Extra History did cover that in one of their miniseries as it were, but like I became a leftist at the point. And so I watched it and I'm thinking it's like, oh wait, they solved it by now injecting like some of the foods that the poor people were eating with the nutrients.
What they were doing there was proving it wasn't contagious, because that was the other thing they had to fight.
Right, exactly.
The theory had just started at the time, and people were like, well, this is obviously a contagious disease. It just comes out every year like the flu. And the doctor was like, no, there's something else going on here, and I'm going to prove it.
Yeah, I remember how he proved that. Yeah.
Interesting gaming fact: if you have played The Outer Worlds, the first town you go to where the candy factory is, everyone has Plagra. They don't call it that, but that's what all the symptoms are. Everyone has Plagra.
Yeah, in order to make corn, corn lacks niacin, and that is what causes the Pellagra. And so the traditional preparation includes soaking the maize in an alkali solution like lye, and that makes the niacin in the corn available, and therefore it makes it possible to eat the corn without getting a serious nutritional deficiency. So the native people tried to tell the Europeans, hey, you have to do this, otherwise it won't work, and they said, shut the fuck up, brown person, we're going to prepare this in our traditional way, and then they started dying. So in the South, pellagra was endemic to poor black and white communities because the rich people just didn't give a single fuck about poor people.
Yeah, it came out every year and it killed a ton of people. And the only reason they started getting concerned about it was because it started affecting the workforce.
Yeah, exactly.
When industry started coming down to the South, finally.
It's like I remember when I was watching the Extra History about that, and it was just like, that's it. It's just capitalism that's killing them literally through this method, as it were. But that's Extra History, me. But yeah.
Capitalism always ruins everything.
Yeah, capitalism always uses everything. Yeah, and for me, I never. There was only like one family reunion we actually went to, as it were. And actually get along with my extended family members. I wore my shirt that says "Jesus says, don't be a dick," and my dad was worried about me wearing that T-shirt to his Christian family as we're mostly like Baptists and like Lutherans or like or
You can't
just-
say
They're
dick.
good Christians. They'll agree with the shirt and they'll
Which-
pat you on the back.
which is why it was funny because like my great aunt Linda was like, oh, what does this shirt say? Because she always thought the Jesus says part and saw cartoon Jesus, but not know what the words are because my hair was covering that part of it. So when I pulled away my hair, she goes, oh my. And my dad was like, I know, I wish he didn't wear the shirt. But then my uncle said, I don't know, I don't mind the sentiment of the word. I agree with it. I agree with the T-shirt. I just have the problem with the language. I would rather it said, don't be a jerk.
Sort of
or
like
don't be-"
Trump's grabbing by the pussy thing. They don't disagree with the sentiment. They disagree with the language.
I think my aunt Linda would have a problem with that sentiment though. But like, she's like said, don't be a jerk as it were, and would be
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, the Olympics are a terrible thing because like it's always a terrible thing. It's always just like what is it?
It's a fun idea. I mean, I like the idea of people getting together to compete and have fun, but the fact that the countries will drug their athletes and
Yes.
treat everyone like shit, that tends to get in the way of people just competing and having a good time.
Yeah.
And the
There's also
wrestling should be naked because it should be traditional, damn it.
I wouldn't have a problem with that actually. That
No,
would be
too many guys getting awkward boners. It would.
Have you seen the vases? That's
Yeah.
historically accurate. Just throw it in.
They're Greek though, so it's Greek love. but like,
Gotta be
also-
honest. Pretty sure that a lot of porn is a lot more accurate to the original Olympics.
Yes. But they also another problem with the Olympics nowadays, as it were, is because of the gentrification of the cause. I mean, to Rio de Janeiro and something like that. Hey, Tim, you're really late to the show, but welcome on in, Tim. I'll talk to teacher. But like how they like to build all those stadiums, to build all those things, like which one was it? I think Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, they did not have golf courses, but then golf became like an Olympic sport that year as well. So they had to build an entire golf course to like make it.
Yeah, the
Golf.
Olympics tends to destroy wherever it lands.
Oh yeah, they said it's. I think the city council members and the mayor said that like the bid for to be on the Olympics. That's where that like in 8 years, 12 years when it finally happens, we're no longer in power, so we won't get the shit for like making that decision, and we'll have to have the other city councils and mayors be on the hook for doing that. But I'm sure they'll love that because it's a good way to gentrify the area. Atlanta,
I
1996.
remember when Rio de Janeiro had the Olympics, they kicked out a lot of the indigenous people that lived.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
now you have this massive Olympic park that is completely fucking useless. And
Yeah, that nobody uses anymore.
Yep, it's not used for anything. FIFA does the same thing with whenever they bring their FIFA cups to like this places that gets bits of it. Now it's Qatar, as it were.
Yeah.
So they're
You think you just choose a place that already had an arena set up?
that actually
or we could just have a central location, declare it a neutral
Yeah.
territory, kick out
Yep.
all the assholes that live there, and suddenly we no longer have an Israeli conflict.
Oh yes.
But then you have to let the Palestinians decide whether the Olympics should be there, though.
I know.
yeah. The Palestinians have to be part of that decision.
Maybe do it in Dubai. You know, there's nothing worthwhile in Dubai.
I was going to say kick out everybody in London.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's poor people in London. They're probably
Look, my
okay.
Irish Mexican ass just says get rid of the English. Problem solved. We can use that island.
Kick everybody out of, like, I don't know, Kent.
Mm,
The rich
Yeah.
white people. I don't know where the rich white people live.
mm-hmm.
Central London. Metropolitan
No,
London
that's
becomes
where
the
people
Olympics.
living.
No, because that would give the money to English people.
Yeah, it would. We don't want that. We don't want
Cuba.
Cuba.
We don't kick out the Cubans. We just have the Olympics there every year.
Cuba?
Cuba.
Cuba.
Because fuck the U.S. and their embargo. That's what the title of
Yes.
this week's stream is referring to, by the way.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering, as a word, yeah.
Because they're
Okay.
having a whole lot of color revolutions there, and a whole lot of counter demonstrations to go against the color revolution.
Someone's a parent.
What's that?
Look at the
Oh!
chat. Somebody's a parent.
Oh, Tim's baby was born today. Yes.
Oh, yay, baby.
Congratulations, Tim. Good luck on getting sleep. Good luck on getting sleep.
You will never sleep again.
Yeah.
trying to get sleep as much as you can. I know from my older sibling that sometimes they would struggle to get sleep, but there's also other needs that the children need too, and other reasons for them to have to stay up as it were at certain times, or have
remember, as tempting as it is, don't put the baby to sleep by giving them rum.
Yeah, and don't treat toothaches with vodka, like I keep hearing too. I still hear that from people that I'm related to.
Oh,
teasing with vodka. No, don't do that. What you would do is what my I think my great grandma would talk about this too. Is you just put a little bit of vodka on your hand and rub it around the gums. And because the kid is now suddenly drunk as fuck, they're not in pain anymore.
Yeah, so the alcohol has that effect, but I don't want to do that.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
exactly. Not on a baby, no.
Yes, I mean, I hated the wine at church growing up Catholic, and so I would not enjoy the vodka, I don't think. So what is it everyone else has been up to? Playing any new video games, watching anything? So
I just bought, when I didn't buy it, my friend bought me a copy of Black Mesa. I'm going to try to play it later. I love the original Fallout. I didn't know that a group of people had done a remake, and apparently it took them 15 years. So my cousin was like, it's probably better you didn't know that you didn't have all the waiting involved.
Oh, yes, exactly. Oh, man.
So I'm going to check out Black Mesa later, and I'm still trying to get those characters to show up in Fallout, the ones that I wrote.
Yeah. Oh, you did ask, did I play the Fallout games? I played a little bit of the first Fallout game, actually, but didn't go far. Yeah, didn't go far.
But Black Mesa is not Fallout, it's Half-Life.
Yeah, Black Mesa is from Half-Life. Oh, no, well, one of the companies in Half-Life is called Black Mesa as well, yes.
Yeah.
So, but maybe it's I don't know, but I didn't play much of the other Fallout. But I did
also show off their art. So
Mm-hmm.
you are about to meet the kiddo. Their name is Casey. Their pronouns are they, them, or it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Casey.
Hello. Hey, Casey.
That a Pokemon?
No, it's a Mudwing.
Ooh,
Okay.
but it's
Really
good.
Very good, though.
I'm really into Wings of Fire, and Mudwings are my favorite tribe. Mostly because of the family dynamics.
Yeah. Who doesn't enjoy the idea of flying, as it were?
Dragons are cool. I love them.
Dragons are cool. I like dragons. Except for the ones that sit on the gold that do nothing with it.
Yeah,
but
those dragons.
Yeah, the anti-Semitic stereotype dragons are bad, but that's
Yes.
because they're the anti-Semitic stereotype.
Yes. I mean, but even some of those characters, like Smaug from A Hobbit, I still like that character. It's just the live action movies are its own thing, as it were. But the animated Ralph the Rankin Bass movie, I still enjoy, as it were.
That thing is old.
It is old, but I still enjoy it. I really want to also rewatch.
My old guilty pleasure is the Dark Crystal. That's my guilty pleasure.
You mean the terrifying, incredibly dark movie with the scary puppets?
I loved it when I was a kid. I still love it now.
The first time I ever saw Dark Crystal
was in the Mexican stories, the ones I would have heard as a kid, or the stars are all skeleton people that eat you. Of course I fucking love Dark Crystal.
The 80s had such weird children's media.
Yeah.
It's all so incredibly fucking dark. It's like they were preparing us for the results of Reaganomics.
Probably.
Like how in Captain Planet, the bad guys, I thought they were way over the top growing up, but now I realize they weren't nearly bad enough.
They were very realistic.
They were very realistic, yeah. But
it's think about the never-ending story. Literally everyone dies.
Yeah,
horribly.
I still have not seen. I don't remember much of seeing. I remember bits and pieces of Never Ending Story. So I need to really go back and watch it all the way through. I know what happens. So I know about the scene of the horse in the mud. I know about that scene.
Everybody dies in darkness and despair. Everyone dies alone in that movie. It is
don't watch the sequel.
The sequels are terrible.
You should find and watch Return to Oz. A lot of people tell you it's terrible. It's actually really, really great.
I remember the
heard
heads in jars for that one.
I heard good things about actually Return to Oz, but like the Dark Crystal, the first time I ever saw that movie was actually in the movie theaters, like in 2018. So that was quite an experience. What's an interesting fact about it is that they originally Jim Henson originally intended for the Skeksis and like the opposite, the Ohms, for them to like you're not supposed to understand what they're saying in those things. But when they tested that up with audience, it was confusing for the audience, so they had to like dubbed in ADR afterwards as well. I think in some scenes kind of makes sense, like the dining room scene with the Skeksis. You're not important to know what they're saying, as it were. But like others, for context, it was where they had to like ADR in lines for like the other creatures as well. But no, Dark Crystal was like one hell of a movie. Oh, another creepy movie from the 80s, Unico and the Island of Magic. Do you remember Unico and the Island of Magic?
That's anime.
Yes, anime. Because
anime didn't come over until the 90s.
No, but this one did. It was actually shown on television too. There was an English dub too, because it was also Sanrio.
When it comes to Japanese media, my best friend's part Japanese, right? Mm-hmm. What we would get bad recordings of Ultraman off of TV Tokyo and Ultra 7, and we watched those.
Okay, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I see a picture of a tiny, absurdly adorable, like just twee as fuck unicorn thing.
Yes, that's Unico. Now look, go to find Island of Magic. There's another one, Unico's Adventures. That one's it has like good parts of it, but the villain Count Daybreak doesn't show.
Movie. Mm-hmm. Care Bear movie is another creepy children's movie from the 80s.
Mm-hmm. I remember there was sort of like a dark mind control thing or a shapeshifter.
There was
the kid was evil. It's great.
Yeah, the kid was evil. They red eyes.
And just like randomly shows up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Care Bear movies.
I also really like the Rainbow Bright movie, but there's really not much of a plot to that one.
Okay, so the plot of Unico and the Island of Magic is that the West Wind sends him to Poland and erases his memories.
Yes, that does happen. So it's depressing too, because at the end of Unico's Adventures and at the end of Island of Magic, Unico loses her memories of like the events that happened. So it's depressing in that aspect. But in Island Magic, there is a really, really creepy, like magician, as it were, that's actually lonely, but then went to like the village, as it were, nearby, next to the docks, as it were, and turned all the adults and almost all the participants, all the people at that village into stone golems. And seeing the little girl managed to hide and like escape from like the being turned into stone golem by a laser beam from this wizard or from the wizard servant Toby, and then the stone golems walk up and out onto the dock onto a ship to be like shipped off into the Island of Magic. I saw that when I was 3 years old. That freaked me the fuck out, as it were.
Well, let's be honest. Kids can be freaked out by anything.
Well, then there was also Water Shut Down too,
and other freak out kids a little bit. People are too careful with children's media these days. I think it's okay to scare a child a little bit, as long as you're not going out of your way to traumatize them. There's a little bit of a difference there between giving them some tension and jeopardy in the plot that they can handle and that will help them learn how to deal with situations later on, versus just fucking with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Coraline's a great example of that, kiddo. Of a dark kid story that's written to be dark, and it's good.
Yeah, I love it.
Coraline taught you how to be brave, didn't it?
Coraline too, because like I love Leica's like produce Leica's like films. It's where what was Kubo and the 12 Strings or something like that. That was a good one. And I also saw the other one that they did with like the Sasquatch. That's where I forgot the name of it, but like Leica does the good stuff. Paranorman was a good one that Leica did too. Paranorman's a good animated movie too. Anyway,
I remember loving the shit out of the Muppet Babies. Every once in a while, I'm tempted to go back and watch it and see if it was as awesome as I remember it being.
Oh God,
but I'm terrified it will just be Voltron. The original Voltron.
Oh God,
the original Voltron was crap.
It was very
That
crap.
was slightly better.
Yes,
I
they
mean-
actually kind of improve things, even though they have to take two separate series and put them together. It
It
was.
was still just to sell those cat toys, though.
It
Mhm.
was. It was. It's like I actually
I
have the
wanted to
DVDs.
pick one so bad when I was
Mhm.
a kid.
I actually do have like the DVDs of the original show that Voltron was based off of Go Line, Beast Go Line. That's the word. It was just another generic like giant giant robot anime in like Japan. That's the word. So that's how it's just
Macros.
like. Yeah. Super Force Backgrounds. I actually like that show. It's like it
Macros
has.
and Robotech are really good.
I haven't seen
Better than
Robotech. I actually prefer Macross over Robotech because when I'm watching Macross and it's saying it's like the first episode of Robotech, one thing, the constant voiceovers is no, Carl Mazak, please, it's okay for a scene to be silent. You
Yeah.
don't have to like
Especially in
overdo.
Japanese media, they use a lot of silent scenes. I do hate it when they try to dub it over with exposition in America. Like, you can let the scene carry itself.
No, you can't. No.
Oh, yeah, what am I
No,
talking
you have
about?
to
Silent
manipulate
moments
people's
in
emotions
character?
every second. That's what church teaches us.
Oh, talk about scaring kids. This is where you can look at the grim fairy tales. That's where Disney really censored those grim fairy tales for their Disney movies.
Nickelodeon did not.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, they had that one series that had the dancing princess fairy tales. That was an anime that they brought
Mhm.
over.
Yeah.
That did the different fairy tales. I loved that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. I do remember that one. Who did the dubs for that
There was
one?
also a series that this wasn't an anime. It had to have been Australian. It was a girl with like a magic koala. I do not remember what it was called, but I remember the episodes of this series. And like at the end, the koala goes back home to its magic koala land or some shit.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh,
cannot
yes,
remember what it's called. It
I
was on
remember that. There
Nickelodeon.
was the gray koala and the pink koala,
Yes.
and there was the little girl.
Mm-hmm. And like the koalas were like interdimensional magic somehow. I don't know.
Noozles.
Yeah. And yeah, you're correct, Metro, because Doctor Who is a children's show. So yeah, so those serials of like Doctor Who, they can be quite scary.
One day, 12-year-old Sandy Brown receives a package from her long-lost grandfather containing a stuffed koala named Blinky that was lost in a shipwreck 38 years ago.
You found it. What's it called?
Noozles.
Noozles?
Because she gives the koala a noozle, rubbing her nose against its nose, and it comes to life.
Oh my god, that's what it was called. Like I could not remember the title.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I loved the fantastic landscapes.
Mm.
Because they would go to a place that would like have no gravity, and there were these open spherical things with windows, and yeah.
Jelly Baby
Gargoyles
was
was also another really good animated show with a plot. At least up until the season that they got rid of Greg Weisman, then it got bad.
Oh.
Good episodes.
Which
Pardon me.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm waiting for my friend to come by so I can go shopping. I haven't eaten yet, and I sneeze when I get hungry.
Yeah, that's okay. I sneeze because I'm allergic to grass. And
if anybody wants to help with groceries, now's the time. Cost me $10 or something.
I'll put your PayPal link into the chat again. There you go. That's how you can give money to like Joe. Please do. I do a lot as well, but it can help out that like others can do it too.
Apologies, guys.
No problem. We all have like bodily functions. I have allergies too, so
I don't know. It's been really bad.
Is there anything else that like anyone wants to talk about topics to come up? Because I think we're at the point where we're running out of things to say.
I've been rewatching the DC TV universe. No, the Arrow shows.
Oh yeah, the Arrow.
Oh, not the good Justice League stuff. How dare you watch Justice League?
No, not Zack Snyder. Fuck Zack Snyder.
No, the cartoons.
Oh no, I'm talking about
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. No, watch those. The Arrowverse is not nearly as good as Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Well, I'm watching Arrowverse.
So you should watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I'm not kidding. You need to watch those. They're good.
I do enjoy those shows. I did enjoy those shows. But so you're watching the Arrowverse again?
Yep, I just got through the Crisis on Infinite Earths. So
But-
I'm only a year and a half behind.
Yeah, it's gonna. If I start watching that, it's gonna be a long time. So I need to be watching it. But I have to watch it because if I start watching it, then I have to watch all of it because I'm a completionist. I watched all of Macross 7 when I shouldn't have. That was a dumb show.
All I know about Macross is the Macross Missile Massacre from TV Tropes.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. With the missiles flying everywhere. That's where. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
everything. You're right, Tim. Everything is a hell of a lot better than the Zack Snyderverse. His libertarian hellscape.
Yeah, exactly.
Go watch the Curio video guys watching this if you haven't. The Zack Snyder one. The
Batman the Animated Series is better than even the worst episode. The one where Batman gets kidnapped by a sweaty fat guy in a white suit and taken to the desert that for some reason is just outside Gotham.
God, that's the one where he like loses his memory and like has to wander around.
Because he gets hit in the head while doing the investigation.
That
but even that episode is better than everything Zack Snyder has ever done.
Yeah.
Well, that's
that
true.
episode still gets Batman better than he does.
Yeah.
The episode where Batman ends up unconscious in a kid's basement and the kids have to fight the Penguin is better than the Zack Snyder universe.
I actually, that one was an interesting one, but I like that one too.
Man, they were doing of like the Mad Hatter is basically an incel in the cartoons. Was genius.
That's actually a really toned down version of some of the darker
comics,
versions.
Let's see. But no, I do actually enjoy Justice League Unlimited. Young Justice, I actually do really a lot too. Yes, the third season of Young Justice not quite as good as like the first or second season, but I still enjoy Young Justice the Lost. Oh really, Joan Joe B, you really hate the CW DC Arrow? You had to like MST2K to like watch it?
I had problems with the seasons of Arrow too, and after a while, it's a soap opera. That's all it is. And if I want to watch a soap opera, I'll go watch a Mexican one. Like the telenovelas. I like those better because at least they're honest about what they are.
Yes.
But do they have the great action sequences?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. But to me, comic superhero television movies and comics and stuff, they were all soap operas anyway. So to me, it's just like it's not a criticism or a negative criticism to say it's just turned into a soap opera. It's just
let's see, Justice League, is that the series that gave us Superman's World of Cardboard speech?
I don't know. The Justice League was the 2003 one that was in the same universe.
2001 to 2004.
Yeah, exactly. The same universe of Batman Beyond, actually. No, Batman Beyond and the Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series as well. Which is why
Superman the Animated Series was the first Superman series I really enjoyed. I also like the Superman movies, but like I could never really get into Superman as a character until Superman the Animated Series, and they actually put him human in there, and I love it. He's not like some distant alien dude. He's just a dude that has powers, and he's trying to do the best.
The World of Cardboard speech is from Justice League Unlimited.
Oh God, I love that speech.
Yeah, that is so yeah. Justice League Unlimited is also good. They in that one they went into the future in one episode. Well, first they went all the way to the past. I think they met Jonas X, and then they went all the way into the future, so that they see Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis, as well as like a old Grandpa Static Shock too. That was a fun episode because the Green Lantern's there. This is the Jon Stewart one, the black one, voiced by Phil Lamar. He was there in the future, but then he suddenly turns into Hal Jordan, and until like Batman's like, Jon Stewart, wild. Hal Jordan. Time for mom. I'm up to speed, and then change back.
Yeah, but they're not even part
Great.
Also important, X-Men the Animated Series.
X-Men Evolution is really good. It's underrated.
I'm talking about the one from 92 to 97.
Yes, that one's also good, but X-Men Evolution is a very good series that's very underrated. I will die on this hill.
I'll
get you some fixed stuff, okay, kiddo?
I know, it's funny to see all the smudging.
I mean, with X-Men Evolution, taking most of the X-Men and turning them into high schoolers. But you know, once you get used to that position, it's just like, okay, it's X-Men in high
That's
school.
what it was originally in the comics. They really just like kind of reverted it to the original premise and aged out a couple characters that showed up as adults in the comics. Like Rogue, I don't think shows up until she's an adult in the comic books. And you see her as a teenager here with Irene. And they really should have just had Irene and Mystique be her parents, because I like that angle. I like the angle that Mystique can switch genders like that and is, you know, both a husband and a wife to Irene. It has been like for years. I love that setup. I love it when they do it in the comics. I wish they do it more often, because Mystique and Irene are a really interesting couple. Another hill I will die on.
Batman Beyond was a good show. Yeah. I did like Batman Beyond. It's like a slightly darker version of like a Batman as well. But there was another Batman animated show between 2003 and 2008, I think, which is not as good. I think it's called The Batman. It's where different interesting takes on like some
fan of that one. It was more kind of, they were trying to reach for the campy Adam West Batman, and you really can't do that without Adam West.
They did successfully do a campy Batman, in my opinion, animated in Batman Brave and the Bold, with like Dietrich Bader as Batman, as were. But that was a blue and gray Batman, and I actually think that show actually like worked out quite well for what it did. But also like didn't stay too long for like Welcome as well. And sometimes they had like their Joker was also like quite good in those like a slightly different time than I ever used to.
No, Mark Hamill's the Joker. Full stop.
I agree. So good as a Joker, and it was funny when you played the Trickster too. I love those episodes where he's the Trickster. Not me again, Flash.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Okay, so there is a reason I want to see the new He-Man. I heard some good.
Besides the fact that it's pissing off all the people that need to be pissed off.
Well, okay, so that tells me something. But the same people that are pissed off with the new She-Ra. So, oh yes. You didn't realize the show was very gay. It's like, what's it's anyway.
The originals are gay. That's what I don't get. The originals were made by the studio that was basically to stop all the gay people who couldn't get any other jobs in animation, and that's why He-Man and Skeletor are basically gay icons and have been since the show came out. The show has always been making, you know, references to the gay communities. Yeah, since the start, both He-Man and She-Ra. She-Ra was voiced by a fucking lesbian.
Yeah,
I mean, like the fact that there people like the corner are like, oh, the show is too gay now, just blows my mind. It was always gay. The gay was always there.
Batman was wearing an open pink velour vest with a white silk shirt. Oh, sorry, Prince Adam. Prince Adam was wearing.
Prince Adam.
He-Man was a leather daddy.
yes, He-Man was. Well, it was a long coat, but yeah, leather daddy for sure. Leather daddy, absolutely.
He was wearing strapped things across his chest. I mean, come on.
Yes, and kink and leather's a lot of pride. Period. But in the new He-Man, Mark Hamill voices Skeletor, and it's just like that. You know what? It's good on the casting. That's well casting right there and stuff like that. So I'm at least really interested to hear Mark Hamill's Skeletors, because like, but I also want to like just go back and watch the original He-Man and original She-Ra, mostly just to have more She-Ra.
I don't know if you should. They're mostly made to sell toys.
Well, I watched. I enjoy.
You do watch a lot of crap, I know.
Yeah, I'm an anime fan. I'm used to watching crap too, and like going through like a whole series of like craps as well. I'm an anime fan. I watched more of like Macross 7 than I should have. And all of those animes, most of them are there to sell toys too. Honestly, I think like the Batman anime series was also meant to like sell toys, if I'm correct. The Young Justice for sure was meant to sell the toys, which is why there wasn't like a third season, because Mattel was financing it and they wanted, hoping that the toys would sell well. They didn't, and so it wasn't until like a lot of fans that said, "No, we want more Young Justice," that they found like, all right, we'll finance like it's someone else. Not, I think it's just Warner Brothers instead of like Mattel finance the third season of it. And there's going to be a fourth season. It's going to be on HBO Max. So yeah. Oh. That's interesting. About like leather being renewable resource. Oh, okay, that's cool.
No, leather is a renewable resource.
Mhm.
Hear me out
But-
here, and
Sure.
you have to realize I'm coming at this from like a mixed race perspective, right? I got an indigenous perspective on these two. Probably not as good as say Joey's, definitely not as good as theirs. But like I did grow up in like another hunting culture, right?
Mhm.
You don't just kill everything. You
Yeah.
make sure there's still animals left. The
Yeah.
leather is renewable. Oh, I wonder if that's my friend. One moment.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's about sustainability.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But yeah, I definitely do believe that. Like, well, no, Joey. I mentioned this like before, as it were, because they were always like scavengers and finding things, but never like taking the full thing, never just like cutting down the full tree or the whole forest for like the lumber, so that they always leave like things up to get like a.
That was funny. Somebody got my apartment wrong with somebody else's.
Mhm.
It's doubly funny because I'm expecting my friend to show up so I can go grocery shopping.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, leather is a renewable resource.
Mhm.
Especially if you know what you're doing and aren't doing it the way white people do, like the big box farming shit.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like the capitalist
I mean,
productions that
Here's the thing: vegan leather is made out of oil.
That makes sense.
So your vegan leather is being drilled out of the ground, processed at a refinery, and made in a factory, spewing shit into the atmosphere. So no, vegan leather is not better for the environment. It's not better for animals. Just wear the goddamn fur and get over yourself. To live, you have to kill. You are going to either be murdering plants or murdering animals, and you have to deal with it. And the fact that nobody is.
I think this sounds like a fight you need to have with a vegan.
Yes.
Neither of us is a
not to
vegan.
eat
I don't
animals,
think
right?
we're
Like, I
up
don't
to
care if you
commenting
make
on
a
it.
personal choice to decide not to, but you have to realize that as a species, that we are omnivores and some people have to eat meat and cannot be vegetarian, right? There are people there, it would kill them to do that, to go vegan. Because our diet is so varied and everyone's diet is different. No, there are people with like bean allergies that cannot eat vegan. Yeah, I know. I've read about the mushroom leather. That's actually really cool. I really do want to see them do more with it, but I also don't want to see it like knock indigenous fur businesses out of business because they are still trying to make their way of life the way they have for
Well, so long as there are white girls buying dream catchers, then the indigenous people will be okay.
Who said that?
There's always going to be the appropriation. There's going to be people walking into shops that are made of wood and full of leather.
No, they don't. Most of those dream catchers are not made by native people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So do not do that. That's not a hill you want to die on with me, Mr. Brockman. We'll go at it about that.
For me, honestly, it's just like people actually mistakenly thought I was already vegan because I
can be toxic because vegans are toxic. There are a lot.
But there are definitely some. Well, no, there are definitely some vegans that are definitely toxic. Phoenix, Phoenix Rising 7, our friend in chat, on her channel, their channel has like a lot of videos critiquing those toxic vegans. So definitely there are toxic vegans for sure. But like vegans. Yeah, but the vegans I do respect as well are also like anti-capitalist and they're like socialist, anarchists, like communists as it were.
Yes, and they're also the ones that listen to me when I tell them that it's not farming that they should be against. It's the capitalism in farming, that small family farms are not run like this. Like my grandpa's big thing was making sure his animals were healthy and happy, because if your animals aren't healthy and happy, what you're getting from them is subpar at best. As ridiculous as it sounds, happy cows make better milk.
That I can believe. So their biggest thing is like for like capitalism to like be like destroyed as well. Yeah, and so that's their position, and as we're and all the vegans that I know are pretty cool with that, and also they're not ableist as fuck either as well. There are some vegans that are just ableist as fuck.
I've gotten into it, so I've also gotten into it with some that love the quinoa or whatever it is.
Quinoa, that's like one of those like a fake.
It's one of the South American staples where
quinoa.
It's
yeah, okay. It's high in protein.
Quinoa.
It's high in protein.
I tried like
that's all I really know about it.
Oh, my internet's unstable. Okay. Yeah, there's some non. Yeah, in the internet communities, there's some cool non-toxic vegans as well. But yeah, but I don't like engage that much in the vegan discourse because I'm not vegan myself.
Mhm. I know people
used
have
to,
strong arguments and they
You
have
wanna know
strong
where
emotions.
I stand on this, the Free Council? I grew up hunting. I can care for a rifle. I know how to clean and gut just about any animal and how to cook it.
Do you know
I
how to
learned
clean
how
and gut
it's
the
how.
rich?
Oh, I don't think I'd eat the rich. They probably eat too much fat. Like the bad fat, that you get from bees.
Is any part of the rich useful? If we're going to talk about the native
Compost
stereotypes.
the rich.
That'd be useful.
I don't know, compost Jeff Bezos and redistribute his wealth to his workers.
I mean, yeah, if he wants to go to space, I would be fine with that.
That
if he doesn't,
clueless
come back.
motherfucker thanked his workers for making it possible for him to go to space.
He should. That company needs to be broken up, and all the money needs to be given to people who've worked at Amazon, past and present. Because I know people who have worked at those warehouses that it's just killed them.
I think if only we could just nationalize or publicize, deprivatize like Amazon, that would be incredible. That's the dream of mine. Just being able to do that.
Oh, is Kim finally here? No, that's not her. Okay. So I'm just like watching people driving in and out of the apartment. Like, is that my friend? Nope.
All right. Well, like Tom, I am fading. It has been nearly 3 hours.
I'm probably going to play a game and just wait for my friend to get here so I can.
Looks like it's going to rain. I'm going to take dog for a walk. Then I'm going to poop. Then I'm going to take a nap.
So, I'm Summer Geek on Twitter. I'm Summer Geek on Twitch. I'm Summer Geek on YouTube. I swear I'll get back to uploading my videos on YouTube.
Everywhere but Twitch, where I'm this mom games, and I'm almost ever on Twitch, but that's what it is.
And John Brepman, you are part of another podcast.
Yes, Dungeons and Debacles, a D&D podcast where we are currently exploring the Underdark, though you won't hear about that for probably 6 months.
Can I join?
So good night, everybody. Stay safe, hydrate, medicate, masturbate,